running, I think.
All
Let's do it.
right.
How's everybody
Fantastic.
doing tonight?
I'm doing all right. How are you guys?
Good.
I'm doing great. I'm so excited. It's so great to be back. And Flutter, I'm so glad you're feeling better.
No, I still
amazing.
have some of the crud, like you get the little cough and stuff every now and then, but like thankfully it's mostly over.
Yeah.
Huzzah.
Right. Oh, Andy.
Oh my goodness, leader. Flutter is blurry. I can't really. I don't know if that's on. It's not on Flutter's end. I think it's on my end. I think I have it zoomed in a little bit, but Discord cams were acting up.
Yeah, it's weird.
So I think,
Okay.
yeah.
Because like,
Just consider it like what you think of my life as being a little blurry. That's all.
but yeah, it's funny. Like Flutter and I, we can look at Discord and we look clear.
Yeah.
But then because of
Yeah.
the nature of capturing and all that stuff, like
Right, there's
Yeah.
2 or 3 more channels till it reaches them, so.
Yeah.
Who knows, right?
Music is not on.
No
Let me
music.
get that music. Let me get that music ready. Hey everyone. I hope everybody in chat's doing well. Also, leader, thanks for the resub, you sweetie pie. Oh, and vinyl too. Holy.
Oh my goodness.
So generous. All you guys are so generous.
I bless you with my emote angel.
Your emote angel.
I like it.
Nice.
That looks so good. I like that emote combo.
So what's everybody been up to these past 2 weeks? It's been a while. Do we want to go around the table? Why don't we start?
Sick. I'm sorry.
What?
It's just
How you're
doing absolutely nothing for most of it, recovering.
Oh dear. Hey, your mic is cutting out a little bit.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh
You might just
no.
be too far again.
Oh, true. Yeah, you weren't going robotic, so that's good news.
No, you weren't.
No,
you weren't going robotic.
I had that noise suppression thing on, and sometimes I think it's not helpful, but just.
It can be helpful, but if you have your mic far away, then it makes it harder for the mic to determine if you're supposed to be the one like speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Put your mic in your wine glass.
Put your mic in your wine glass.
Good idea.
That's brilliant, Woof.
It's always closest to your mouth.
You just put a clip one right at the top, right?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, what's this?
My goodness, you guys.
I always have my mic close enough that I can just lean forward like an inch and just rest on it. Like this.
Wait, hold on.
Okay. All right. If you guys insist.
There we go.
Oh my goodness. Thank you, Collie.
Yeah.
Thank you, Collie. And there was one other person. It's Sloth. Thank you, Sloth. Thank you so much for your generosity. You folks are so generous out here. And I don't know. I was really I think I was if I'm honest, I was beating myself up too much about how scuffed last week's stream went. I was so frustrated by it, and I wanted to partly I wanted to do it again on this channel to like make up for it, because I felt like I felt like I had all of you folks over at my house to play D&D, and I was a terrible host. And
by the way, small correction, not last week's stream, the last time we streamed.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago.
But
yeah,
honestly, we've all been there at this point. I think that we've had disastrous streams, and we are not upset.
Yeah. Is it the 4-month anniversary from when I became affiliate on Halloween?
I feel like it must be,
Halloween.
right?
So
it has
October
to be,
30, November, December, and January.
I don't know how to put up how long I've been.
Snaz and Shiraz, thank you for the bits. Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah.
And Sloth, oh my goodness.
And Sloth, oh my goodness.
Folks are so sweet. Such a bunch of sweetie pies. Thank you so much. So Flutter, we heard what you were up to. Collie, what about you? You're the next in our rotation, let's say, going counterclockwise.
Okay. Gosh, what the heck was I doing? I don't know. The same thing I always do. I was working, I was sleeping, eating, streaming, and hanging out with my family. Those are the 5 things that I do in life. Oh man,
But
it's been
but
crazy.
those are the important things in life, right? Like
Yeah,
a
and
bunch of
I mean
those.
it's been
Yeah.
a ton of fun. Like I know I talk about it all the time, but like I'm so incredibly lucky to have
Yeah.
these, bursts of joy in my life that are my
Hmm.
nieces. Like
Hmm.
they're super, super fun. And it's also really cool because I get to take Annalise to preschool twice a week, and because she's, the first kid, and so she spent a lot of her time just solo with adults. And she doesn't have any like kids her age because of COVID and everything.
Hmm.
She's a little bit shy and unsure of all these kids and like, all these people who she doesn't know what they're gonna do, whereas adults, she knows what they're gonna do. You know what I mean?
Right.
Um, so had some. It's taken her some time to like play with any of the other kids. She always just wants to play with Uncle or Nana or whatever.
Hmm.
And in the past month or so, she's been playing with the other kids, and it's been really, really nice to see. So anyway, that's been fun.
That's amazing.
It's really
Yeah.
great.
How about we go Woof? What have you been up to?
Not much. Just work and family and video games. That's it.
Yeah.
It was very exciting.
Anything exciting happening at work?
You
Um,
did do that printing.
If
I did, and
anybody's
oh, go ahead.
no, I'm just plugging you. Uh, Andy, you're so sweet. Uh, you're just a fountain of positivity.
Seriously.
If anybody hasn't seen it in my Discord under I think the I Made This channel, Woof has a really interesting little 3D printing project going on, recreating a human skull and neck bone or something like that.
Well, okay, it's not my project, it's a student project. I'm just helping them. And she's making 5 of them.
Hmm.
So I actually have a picture of the other 4 that she did. So
Oh
she's doing the hard work. I'm just printing it. So
no,
Wow.
it's still amazing.
Yeah, that's pretty
Still
cool.
amazing. Let me tell you, as a fellow person who, the gifted kids are doing all the hard work and you just try to help them and stay out of their way, it's a valuable role. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
leader, you had a busy week. You had a busy couple weeks.
Right.
Ah,
How are you
yes,
doing?
good. So yes, I have moved to college.
Nice.
Dorm life is pretty sweet because it's not
Yep.
like typical apartment building style dorms. It's
Yeah.
remodeled Victorian style homes.
Wow.
And I am in a double room. My roommate had all online classes, so he decided to go back home. So I now have a double room to myself.
Yep.
Pretty sweet.
That's pretty sweet.
And then aside from 2 boring classes, I have 3 classes that I am really interested in, especially the one I took today, which
Okay.
was hold on. I need to mute your stream. I can hear myself and I'm dying.
Oh, okay.
So the one I took today was Intro to Game Design, and since it was their first class in that class, it was just like introductory stuff and like what we'll be doing.
Hmm.
But we had a lot of really good conversations. The teacher is a senior 3D artist that has worked on multiple games
Yeah.
and is basically talking about like his experiences, like how the industry of game making is and how fucking awesome it is.
That's really
And
cool.
yeah, and he was
That's
talking about like
incredible.
packs and stuff and everything, and it was really cool.
Oh,
Nice.
nice. Nice,
And then we
nice.
also got a chance to look at he uses a website called ArtStation, which we can
Yep.
use to see his like portfolio, and he's got some pretty cool stuff.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love ArtStation. Get some pretty cool stuff on there.
That's really nice.
Yeah. I've been adjusting to going back to teaching, so it's been pretty. We pretty much hit the ground running. It was exam week last week with provincial assessments and all that. So it's been very tiring. We just switched over to a new semester, and a project that's near and dear to my heart that I've been really happy to kind of be put in charge of for my school is a bunch of Black History Month programming.
Right.
Awesome.
And it's been going really well. So I did a film study of Remember the Titans, and I did a lesson on why Black History Month matters and why we do Black History Month, and for in anticipation of the inevitable conversation that comes up of like why Black History Month and not X History Month, and
Right.
so being able to frame that in a really positive kind of way. And it's been going well, and I'm just so happy to be able to contribute something to this.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Especially because unfortunately at my school we do not have a super diverse staff in that sense, and so
Right.
to be able to talk about some of these issues and start some
Yeah,
conversations is really nice.
it's
That's
difficult,
awesome.
especially if there's not many people that are othered
Mhm.
around
Yeah.
for kids to learn anything about them.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah. That's true.
So,
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm really happy that that's going well, and the reception's been really positive. Sometimes you never know with a group of teenagers how they're going to react to certain things and some of the things they're going to say, but I don't know.
Right.
You just have to anticipate that it's coming from a place of
As,
needing to learn.
Yeah.
hmm
as a representative of teenagers are whack.
You know what though? Here's what you're gonna learn. Adults are worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
I
sometimes
almost
learn,
said
but-
something along those lines, but
yeah.
Also, speaking of teenagers, I just remembered my birthday is in less than 2 weeks.
Oh,
Dude, that's
Ooh, huzzah.
amazing. No
I'm gonna
way.
be I'm gonna be
We're
19.
gonna
That's
be
weird.
doing a game on my birthday.
That's awesome.
It's gonna
right
be
on.
so
A
good.
game? What?
Yeah, we're gonna be playing this on my birthday.
Yeah, we got
It's a
a
Tuesday this year.
session on Flutter's birthday.
When's
Yeah.
your birthday?
It's March 2nd. I guess it's not gonna be a secret, so it is.
There we go.
March 2nd. Very
We're
We'll
nice.
have to
I'm happy. We're gonna
Nice,
be playing.
Scribble.
We're gonna be playing Terraria on my birthday.
right on.
Ooh,
Look at
nice.
this.
That's
Look at
awesome.
And as
this.
everyone in here knows, I currently have a crippling Terraria addiction.
Yeah, a little bit. So in our D&D group chat right before we started this, we did our check-in. Hey, is everybody ready to start? And leader responded with a gif that was basically like, is it time for Terraria? It's like,
Yeah.
no.
Like an
No.
hour before we start.
Not today.
Pretty great.
Oh man.
The conversation went as such. Everyone's saying they can start and maybe start earlier. I just put in a GIF that said, "It is time for Terraria."
Yeah.
Ghost says and then I just write, "I have an addiction," with like the sad baby who like starts frowning and just like
baby.
looks down. No, but
But I
all
hope,
seriousness, I've just been watching a lot of videos about like hard mode stuff that I've never really done before, as well as like mods and all the mod stuff, and I've just been really excited to play the game.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Plus, the art
So-
style and music of Terraria is god tier.
It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice, I gotta say. And so I thank you everybody in chat for showing up. I see so many really cool people in chat. I saw Sloth, of course. I see Zerps in there. Welcome, Zerps. And Andy. And I should have never started naming people because now I'm going to feel super guilty if I miss anybody. Vinyl, of course, is going to help manage some of our bits redeems, which have already started.
Yeah. As
Oh my
usual,
gosh.
Vinyl's the backbone of everything in
Vinyl
this
is the
community.
backbone of
Right?
everything that
Sure
happens
is.
here.
It's
Yeah.
crazy. At least on my channel, my goodness.
So
The conventional
just
world would
to
cease to exist without vinyl.
to give everybody a reminder of what we're doing with some of these redemptions here. Here it is. I need to navigate to my camera account. I have a separate cam account for camera account for this this stream. Okay. Is that still legible? Yeah, it'll still be legible on full screen. But now I'm missing oh my goodness. This is the kind of quality that you can come to expect around here. There it is.
Yes.
There it is. Right there. I hope this is still legible. Good luck, chat. But basically, we've got our campaign, The Winds of Chaos, and the kind of running motif of our campaign so far is that there are these strange winds that are blowing through the land and causing odd things to happen, mutations, turns of fate, fortune or misfortune. And you can in chat control the winds of chaos. The power is in your hands to harness the winds of chaos for either the benefit or detriment of our party. And so if you redeem 300 points, our heroes find a useful but non-magical mundane item. So something that they can use. I wanna actually we haven't done this yet, but I actually want to kick that redeem back to chat. And if you redeem the 300 points, I would like you to say in chat what you want the item to be. And I'll either not Flutter, Vinyl has been very kindly communicating all these redeems to me. And so maybe she'll let me know what you pick, and if it's no good, then I'll say nope. Bits, thank you. Bits, not channel points. Oh my goodness, thank you, Vinyl.
I just realized
Oh gosh, imagine. Oh no.
no one's done a 700 one yet.
No one has done a 700 one yet.
Oh.
Have
they?
Also, I'm
through
assuming
36k points.
Yeah, exactly. We'd party wipe on the next encounter.
Snaz, was that to bring your 1,000 bits up to enough to afford a Winds of Chaos and an item?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that would make sense.
So I think the math works out there. 1,100.
Oh,
so is that what the 100 bits
Kyoto.
is for, Snaz? Yeah. So let Vinyl know what you want your useful mundane items to be. For 400 bits, you can give a monster a minor mutation to make them a little bit more powerful. That's like a +1 or +2 bonus depending on our power level at the time that you redeem it, which right now is quite low. I think we're only level 2. Is that right? We're level 2?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Naz's note.
Scope for Foodle's rifle so he can aim.
Oh gosh.
As great as that sounds, I'm not really sure a scope could go on a musket.
Yeah, it doesn't work that way.
So useful though, holy.
But we can
LASIK surgery or something.
LASIK surgery. Yeah. We actually, I don't know how much of that stream you caught, Collie, but we did a whiskey and world building stream on, I think it was on the Tuesday when in lieu of D&D, and chat helped me create some deities to populate our world with. And I'm gonna put that in a more clear and less like stream of consciousness format for you folks to reference, since your characters would know all of this stuff. But there may have been an in-universe reason that Foodle is having so many bad rolls.
Amazing. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah. Special glasses to protect his eyesight from the black powder that helps him aim better or reload faster. Oh, nice. We can work that in. So 500 bits. A major monster mutation. So the monster may actually change form. And we had, we had a human being, become this giant, like ape-like creature and things like that. That can happen. And 600 is to compel a character's flaw. And if you go on Discord, we have a major mutation banked. Yeah.
We do. Of course we do.
If you go on my Discord and go on the D&D channel under the Streamer's Corner category, you can see a list of the player character's flaws. You can compel that, so you can redeem that and force them to act in a way that that aligns with their flaws. So, Mazra's had the whispers of Grumsh afflicted on her before. We had Foodle drain his coin purse to buy as much smoke leaf as he could. So interesting things like that. 700, we grant inspiration to one player character. Striker in the chat just talked about what inspiration does, and Leader referenced that nobody so far has redeemed that. But nobody in chat wants to give you guys that much help. So
No.
I know. Well, that's the thing. Like, they're not here to help us.
Yeah. And then everybody's favorite for 800 bits, we can make Flutter, the sorceress, the wild magic sorceress, roll on the wild magic table. And we had one of them banked before, and then Snozberries threw a whole bunch of points at the hype train. And now we have a second wild magic surge banked. So wait until this comes back to you, Flutter.
Oh, good lord.
I love you, Snozberries. I'm gonna say that now.
The problem is that, like, I trained this whole community on frickin' Vermintide 2, where they're just sending
Right?
horrible
This
stuff.
is your fault.
So
Yeah.
bad, I know.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
I won't lie. The Twitch integration for Vermintide 2, it might have been a bit of an inspiration for this whole bits redeem system here.
I think it's genius, really.
Right?
Well,
I'm
thank you.
shocked that more games don't do something like that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I think just because it can derail anything, right?
It can really
Right.
those mutations that have been thrown at us have been not anything. This number knows that. Like, they almost wiped us a couple of times now. So
True. Very true.
We got hashtag B and hashtag A in chat. Uh-oh.
Mhm.
Gosh, can you guys
Is it
imagine what
hooks-
they're going to be
is it
like,
hooks
the
or
major
assassins?
mutations? Like, later, we're going to be
Oh my
fighting like a
goodness.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
troll or
Well,
something, and
the
it's
wild
gonna
magic chart can just summon something that can just murder the whole
Yes.
world.
Yeah,
So
yes.
right, whatever
Yes.
that thing is.
I'm waiting for that to happen.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
It's the end of the game.
Yep.
yeah, that's it. See you later.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Victorian Snoz. I'm glad that it was such a hit. I didn't know how it would go over, but I'm glad that it did. And of course,
Done an amazing job.
if you are a subscriber to my channel, you can create a custom NPC or magic item of appropriate level to appear in the campaign. And if you go on to Discord and send me a DM, then absolutely, whatever you make up will at some point appear in the campaign. It might not be right away. Sometimes it's taken us a couple of sessions to get there, because I like to put a lot of thought into them and make them. There's been a couple of NPCs who have become sort of permanent fixtures or recurring fixtures in our campaign. So that's where we are with that. To recap where we were last time, do subs only count during the D&D session? No. So if you're already a subscriber and you have not redeemed that little bonus, then I haven't thought about resubs. But anyway, it's if you're a subscriber, not if you subscribe during the stream. If you are a subscriber, and yeah, if you resub, sure, you can have another one. Why not? Go for it.
Yeah.
If you felt supportive enough to resub, then absolutely. And if you're gifted a sub, you may redeem that for an NPC or magic item, right? What about an item that is so high level that the character would just lug it around, not knowing it was a nuke and could never use it?
I don't know how you feel about this, Ghost. You're the DM. I actually like the idea of us getting stuff that we can't. So like that thing where you attune or you like figure out what the item is. Like we can't even do that
Right.
till way later or whatever. And
Yeah.
so
We're just
maybe
carrying
we're
something around, we
strapped for
have no
cash
idea.
and we just sell
Yeah.
it. You know, like you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like I don't know.
Yeah.
It could give us some interesting
Yeah.
options. Anyway, but
Snoz, you've made me think. You've made me
it's
think. That's what I'll say.
For sure.
Yeah. Let's definitely explore that,
Interesting idea.
Snoz.
Yeah.
I mean, we could always like add stuff to this table and like move around the bits and stuff.
We could. Absolutely, we could do that. The puzzle the party would have to solve in order to unlock the ability. Yep.
Ooh,
So
I like it.
there do exist magic items that have several sort of properties, and they don't necessarily all open up at once. There's also, I know that Collie and Leader, you're new to D&D. There's also magic items that have an intelligence of their own, and they might even have like a personality and be able to talk. And so you might have an ultra powerful magic item that the party lugs around that refuses to open up its secrets to the players, and just sort of like a you're not worthy enough yet. And yeah,
that's super cool.
And sometimes they might even be sinister. Like it might be a chaotic evil aligned magic item. It might be the One Ring, right?
Always trying to get back to its master.
Oh, there's some inspiration for Wolf.
4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, yay!
There's some inspiration for Wolf. So Wolf, you can mark
inspiration.
You can mark on your character
I'm
sheet.
taking you with me.
Yeah.
I told you I'm going to take you with me on my task. That's
yeah. So Wolf, just mark that you have inspiration, and you can use that inspiration for a reroll anytime you want. Lots of DMs do inspiration in different ways. Some of them it's a reroll. Some of them it's a Sloth gifted a sub to Salem Knights, and I didn't see that. Oh my goodness! Thank you, Sloth.
Nice.
So Salem Knights, if you want a custom NPC or item, you can take that, or Sloth can take that if they want. I know that Salem has a magic item that they've made that's coming down the pipe, so keep your eyes peeled for that. It has his name in it, so you'll know when it appears. Yeah, I think that's about it. So if we're ready to get started, chat, I hate to start ignoring you, but I'm gonna focus on the game now. I'm gonna pay attention to my players.
I hate to start ignoring you, but I'm gonna start ignoring you.
But I'm gonna start ignoring you. What was I saying about inspiration? Oh yeah, some DMs do like a reroll. That's what we're gonna do in this campaign. Some DMs do like from level 1 to 4, you roll a D4 and can add that to anything that you want. And then level 5 to 8, you roll a D6 and whatever. The DM that Megan and I play for a teacher game for teachers at my school, he has us draw a card from a deck of cards, and we keep it face down, and whenever we want to use it, we flip it over and we get that number as a bonus to a roll, which is kind of cool.
Oh wow. Yeah,
so sometimes your inspiration bonus is like a 2, sometimes it's like a jack, and you get one card if you bring alcohol. And you get one card if you dress up in character to come to the session.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Thank you.
Amazing.
Oh, my wife just brought me cookies. Everybody say hi, Megan.
Hi,
My
Megan.
goodness, Bruce, thank you. Hi.
Brucey, you're amazing. That's so cool.
What did Brucey just do?
Awesome.
I closed chat.
Cookies
Cookies that you won't eat. It's true.
The kids were appropriate there, Dross.
Some inspiration for Flutter, just in case. Right on.
We can be the dynamic duo.
Cheers.
Did she bring cookies for the rest of you? No. No, she didn't.
You're
I
making
have Girl
Chad
Scout cookies.
No.
I have
All right.
tag-alongs.
Nice.
Just email me
Good
some.
Okay.
choice.
So, Flutter, you can mark on your character sheet that you have inspiration.
Oh, that's right. Yay!
Thanks to Robert Bruce.
Thank you, Bruce.
And Snoz donated your inspo there, Woof. So you
Okay.
can thank Snoz for that. In addition to all the other
was
things
it-
that Snoz is about to
No, that was
inflict on
Bruce, I think.
you. Was it Bruce?
Yeah.
I think
It was
Bruce.
Bruce. Yeah, I
Mhm.
misread.
Yeah.
I misread Vinyl's message. I'm sorry, Bruce. And Snoz, I take that back. So let's warm up. I've got a character warm up question for you to get us in character into the groove before we go. I want to hear you tell me in character, why is your PC's lowest ability score their lowest? What is the in-character reason for your character's lowest ability score being lowest?
Hold on, I gotta look
what
it
if
up.
I've got
Yep.
3 that are the same? Oh no, wait, hold on. Yeah, I do. I have 3 that are the same.
So your lowest are all equal? Okay.
Yeah.
Well then pick one.
Okay.
The most interesting one. Give you a second to think. Give you a second to look it up. And then we're gonna start with Foodle whenever he's ready.
Okay. So, all right, I gotta do this in character. Let me double check. Okay. Look, everyone, I'm not the smartest person in the group. I get that. But here's the thing. I grew up in a really close-knit community, and I relied on the adults in my life to know this stuff and to be able to explain stuff to me. And I had to get through life with my wits and my cunning and any skills that I picked up from one shoe in particular. And so yeah, I relied on silver tongue and yeah, I just never, I found that I never needed, book learning or any of that. So I just learned what I need to know out in the forest. Plus, I'm high a lot, so who needs intelligence? Am I right?
So Foodle basically a long-winded version of I have street smarts, not book smarts.
Exactly.
Also, Foodle, you can thank Robert the Bruce for your inspiration. You can mark that on your character sheet.
Wait, what?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, Brucey, thank you so much. Oh my word. So
Right on.
incredibly generous.
Brucey setting you folks up for the clutch plays.
Ooh.
Kiona.
Well, I have to say I have a very similar reason to Foodle for my lack of schooling, as it were. I was raised on the ranch, and as a ranch hand, we didn't usually really have much book learning, and I just learned from experience the stuff that I needed to know from being around town and being a businesswoman somewhat. Though I did try to let the others in the ranch handle that mostly. I just like hanging out with the animals, and you don't need much of a brain to do that.
Right on. Thank you. Mazra.
That's right, Snows.
I am, as you may or may not know, I am not really that old, and I had other things to focus on. There was always something else needed to learn because from the time I can remember, I really had to help my parents with their business. And so I spent my time learning things rather than, being out and dealing with things the way other kids might have.
Is that wisdom? Out of curiosity?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's very not
Gotcha.
wise at all.
It's very not wise. Yeah. Yeah. The opposite of Foodle.
Yeah.
Yeah, wisdom's like my second highest.
Yeah.
Actually, which is kinda crazy.
Mine in both wisdom and intelligence, so they're both
Oh,
on the
no.
same level.
Oh.
Wait, aren't you like a mage? What the crap?
Her magic power
hilarious.
comes from within. It's like
Gotcha.
force of personality. So charisma is actually her spellcasting stat.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. I
That
like that.
explains a lot.
I got
That does, yeah.
And finally, Goldrill.
So, I, growing up in a secluded temple up on the mountains, did not have access to a full plethora of knowledge. So, whereas I might have, I have what I would say decent street smarts, I can be lacking in book smarts.
So none of
Excellent.
us went to school, y'all.
I love that we're all a bunch of dummies,
Am I
except
the only
for
smart one in the
Mazra.
party?
You're the only smart one. Like, we're a bunch of like, oh
Yeah,
my word.
I got great wisdom, but bad intelligence.
That's
All right.
amazing.
We're all dropouts.
Well, I know what kind of challenges to shoot your way then.
Oh god.
Whenever you split the party, and Mazra's off doing her own thing, it's like, okay, everybody, here are some puzzles to solve.
We're gonna be sitting around with like our thick monkey skulls going, I don't know. Where's Mazra?
Oh my gosh.
She's gonna be smoking
Here
it
you
up
go,
till she gets
Bravery.
back.
Yeah.
Right?
All right.
Wait until Kiona finds out about your bag of goodies.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
gosh, that's true.
Whoa.
I don't think does anyone in the party know except Mazra yet? I don't.
About what exactly?
About
About him
my
blazing up.
habit.
I don't
trying
think
to
it's
think.
I don't think it's explicitly come up to anybody
Yeah, because
but
I've
Mazra.
tried to keep it from
On
the
the
rest
down
of the group.
low.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Mazra isn't gonna talk unless she can use it for leverage.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Good old dependable Mazra.
Yep.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Okay. So last time, when we finally did get to playing last time, we joined our adventurers, coming back, meeting back up with their roving caravan of a community, for some downtime carousing. There was a big party to celebrate the what would you say, the embarkation of your refugee caravan on their journey. And what happened that time? We had a couple people win at some gambling. We had Kiona and Mazra make a little bit of a fortune at their gambling.
Made bank.
Foodle got into a fight with somebody who was trying to cheat him at gambling. Got thrown in the tank for a little bit, and the party had to post bail for him. And then Goldrill, they found Goldrill just in time to witness what was frankly an incredible speech, written by our very own thespian Flutterdye, but performed admirably by Leader.
Quite beautifully.
I really enjoyed that.
That was
Really
so fun.
enjoyed that.
So uncomfortable.
That absolutely scandalized the mayor, members of the party. Poor young, naive, cloistered Goldrill needs to learn how to hold his alcohol, I think. Or maybe Dragonborn can't in general. Maybe that's a part of their physiology, right? We don't know.
Right, yeah.
Moving on from that, we joined the adventurers on their individual downtime activities. We only got through 1.5 of them. So Mazra worked on her prosthetic arm, integrating a thieves' tools kit into her arm with the help of Ilaria Goddard, the metalsmith, and our very own Goldrill, the carpenter. And she also got to work repaying her debt to Ilaria. Partially unsuccessfully helping around at the forge. Didn't really accomplish too much, but she did manage to make some improvements, not just repairs, but improvements to Ilaria's bellows. During that time, Mazra encountered a group of half-elf self-appointed self-defense militia for the half-elven community that's part of this caravan, but in many ways just one step away from being armed thugs themselves, called the Bastard Brand. And she did some investigation into the brand and their leader by the name of Fendril, as to what their activities were, but found pretty much a brick wall as soon as Mazra began trying to talk to the half-elven people about it. Next, we moved over to the Foodle, who was out trying to hunt game, and chanced upon, thanks to a very high survival roll, had to roll over 20 to get the Gut Ripper result, but
Crazy.
Foodle managed to find Gut Ripper, who had survived the goblin attack on Blycross somehow, and single-handedly took down that massive boar. Managed to harvest some of its meat for rations for the party to use on their travels. Managed to get a good amount of gold out of selling other parts and its hide. You all right there, Collie?
I think I have to sneeze. Hold on.
Okay.
You're fine.
Okay. I thought your mic was going, or your headpiece was going.
Thankfully, no.
And upon defeating Gut Ripper and slaughtering it and bringing back its head and its hide back to the town, Foodle took this as, with everything that's happened. All of this started with him attempting to hunt Gut Ripper and instead encountering the goblins who are advancing on his community and then on Blycross. Somehow, the slaying of Gut Ripper to Foodle and to his family, who he brought that head back to very proudly, represented at least some level of closure for the long nightmare that's been this past year since they've been uprooted from their homes. And so, kind of celebrating on that, we then move on to Foodle settling in to celebrate his victory. And oh boy, I'm really excited for this part.
Oh God.
So Foodle, you had this tender moment with your mother, who I was fighting back tears while I was trying to read that out last time, and yeah, you're the talk of the town now, at least among your community, and the sun has set. You're that in a couple of days you're gonna disembark back on your adventure again. What do you do with this? While you're riding high on the evening after your epic hunt.
Okay, so Foodle really wants to find some in the oh shoot, where was it? Hold on. In Ilion, Foodle made some, because his best friend died at Lumbril, but he's made some a few new friends who he likes to light up with from time to time, just to have a grand old time. So Foodle wants to go find them and celebrate because they're going to be excited for this. So
I'm
that's where
just
Foodle's
watching.
going.
I'm just watching Wolf absolutely die as you describe this.
Oh god. Bye, Mom. I'll see you later.
Okay, Foodle, you have fun with your friends now.
Okay. I won't
Don't
spend all the money in one place. Don't worry.
stay away from the bad stuff. You don't want to have a bad trip.
Of course, Mom. Of course. This is not a good idea.
His mom is Foodle's mom is like one of those boomers who wants to be hip with the kids.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Make sure nobody laced it.
Does
Okay.
she make him some special brownies?
Make
when
sure-
He goes,
Yes.
His mom literally says, go ahead and eat out with your friends, but make sure but remember that sometimes they put bad stuff in there, no cap.
Right. Thanks,
Did I
Mom.
say thanks? Yeah, thanks.
You actually just say no cap.
No. Foodle's mom did.
No, Foodle's mom did.
That's
Yeah.
what I was asking.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
It's like the secretary from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. They think he's a righteous dude. That's the mom. Okay. Yeah, and so you meet your friends. What are their name? Rudy and Trudy. Who are
Sounds about right.
who are twins. They're twins, and yeah, so you meet them at the appointed place. There's like a little tree by where you set up camp, and you meet them out there. And as you approach, they're both leaning in the shade of the tree, and they see you come up, and they go, "Hey, Foodle, how's it hanging, man?"
Rudy, Trudy, oh my goodness, you guys, can you believe that I finally did it? It's been like over a year and I bagged him. Took him down, was it Spine Mangler?
Gut Ripper.
"Ripper."
Gut Ripper. Jeez, why can I not remember the name of this bloody thing?
Spine Mangler. That's a
I
good
have no
name, though.
idea.
I wish that was his name.
I think it's from Vermintide. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I got Gut Ripper. I got him. I gotta write this shit down. Hold on.
Yeah. Yeah, the great red-headed hunter himself. All right, man.
Did you guys bring any of the good stuff? We gotta celebrate.
Well, we don't.
We should play some cards.
Well, we don't have the stuff here. But there's a bunch of us that are gathered just up the hill in these trees over here, and Rudy points off in the distance at copse of trees at the top of the hill. And you got to meet these guys. There's someone that you just got to meet, Foodle. You're gonna flip your lid.
Sounds good to me. I'm in. Let's do it.
Right, and they lead you up, and the sun is dropping in the sky.
I thought your wisdom was high.
I'm so fascinated right now.
Yeah, but I've got a weakness. That's the thing.
So the sun is setting. There's just a thin band of red on the horizon, and you can see the rest of the sky is this sort of purple color that's sort of a medium shade of purple that's quickly darkening towards black. And as you pass through the tree line, there's a little clearing at the center of this group of trees where a bonfire has been set up, and there are all sorts of people hanging out, singing, dancing, and they all have a nice pipe in their hand, and they're all smoking. And Rudy and Trudy, they lead you right towards the center of the throng, and there's a slightly late middle-aged dwarf, brown beard shot through with gray, who's sitting on a log, and he's smoking out of a very long pipe, a pipe that is about as long as he is tall. He's dressed in what looks like a robe of leaves of all shades of color, impossibly representing seemingly almost all seasons, excepting winter, of course. So you have summer leaves and fall leaves somehow on the same sort of cloak. And Rudy and Trudy, they lead you up to this person, and Trudy says, Foodle, I want you to meet the master. And she's sort of like, imagine Ted from Bill and Ted, the master, pointing to this figure. And the dwarf pulls the pipe out of his mouth and just blows a ring of thick, dark, pungent but slightly sweet smelling smoke out off into the distance, and looks up at you, and he's got like this big like handlebar mustache drooping over his beard. He says, "And who might you be?"
Hello, the master. My name's Foodle. What are you smoking?
I'm not a master of anything, I'm afraid, little Foodle. I'm simply a fellow traveler across this blessed earth. My name is Boggy Grundlewild. I'll give you a chance. I'll give you a chance to write that down, son.
Thank you. I probably won't remember it soon. But it was Grundlewild?
Grundlewild. That's the name.
It's a pleasure, Boggy. Can I call you Boggy?
Well, yeah, of course you may, Foodle.
All right. What are you smoking?
Well, this here's my own special blend. Why don't you have a little bit of a puff on this?
Okay.
Do it!
And Foodle's gonna. I'm assuming
All right.
is Groggy like extending it out to me?
Yeah, Boggy
Or
is
Boggy. What
Yep.
did I say? Oh
Yep.
gosh. Sorry.
Boggy hands the pipe over to you.
All right, and Foodle's gonna. Yeah, I'm assuming dwarves are a little bit bigger than gnomes, right?
Yes.
Or are they
yeah.
about the same? Okay.
Yeah,
So it's like maybe a little bit big for me, right?
He's probably got like a foot, maybe a foot and a half, 2 feet on you. But he's got quite a bit of bulk on you as well.
Right.
Like he
Imagine
is.
the bull is sitting like on the ground in front of him, because he said it was like almost as big as this guy was.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Can do the thing, and it's gonna like
Right,
rotate
okay.
towards you.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
so I don't have
Yeah.
to like follow that. Okay.
No.
All right. So Foodle's gonna like, he's takes it, he's gonna look at it and look all the way down and go, ooh, all right, here we go. And just big one, all right?
All right. Roll a Constitution
no.
saving throw.
Oh yeah,
Let's
that's
see
a
what
good
happens.
stat for me.
Let's see what
Oh my
happens.
God, I love this.
Let's see what happens.
All right, saving throws, Constitution. Oh god,
Let's
what do
go.
we have? Ooh, okay.
Sort of moderate, not bad. So as you breathe it in, it's a lot stronger than the stuff that you usually smoke. A lot stronger in a concentrated kind of way. Not a bad way. And you find it's like a lot more flavorful in some ways. And as you exhale, you do cough a little bit. You're sort of overcome with it.
This is intense. Ooh.
Yes,
I've
it
never
is.
had anything like it. So this is your special blend? Can you,
I'm
I know
sure
a little
you
bit
have it.
about this. Do you share recipes or
Your
or
friends
is it
tell
more of a
me.
family secret?
Your friends tell me, oh son, There are no secrets on this earth that can't be shared.
We're gonna get along just fine.
I think we will. You know, your friends told me that you're quite the connoisseur of smoke leaf. You enjoy it quite a bit, and you seem to be able to weather its effects and take out of it everything that's good, and appreciate it for the true power that it offers. And he kind of looks at Rudy and Trudy, who are like your typical like burnout looking people, right?
Right.
And he kind of looks back at you with like sort of a knowing twinkle in his eye and says, not everybody has these gifts.
I think I know what you mean.
He
think I
turns
know what you
the
mean.
pipe over to Rudy and says, why don't you have a hit of this one, son? And then Rudy's just like, all right, yeah. And then, attempts it, and he's just immediately and he falls over, and he's throwing up on the ground, and he's saying,
Foodle would normally, maybe help him out, but he's a little high. He's just laughing. He's just chuckling. Oh, Rudy, I didn't think that was a good idea. Oh my goodness.
Foodle, you passed my test, son. I'm impressed with you.
Oh.
Now, Smoke Leaf has its secrets, but like I said, there's no secret in this world that can't be shared. I can teach you the ways if you want to learn.
Boggy. I would love to learn. I have to say, this is the best I've ever had. So yeah, I mean, I would love to learn what you have to teach.
Well, there are many species out there, you see, that all have their different effects. Some of them positive, some of them negative. Some of them can help you transcend to a heightened sense of reality, if you know what I mean.
I think I do. Um, Here's a question. Before you begin, Foodle's gonna reach into his backpack and pull out the wooden box of leaves. I noticed you seem to maybe be in touch with nature. I discovered this box of leaves on our adventures last time. Does this mean anything? Do you recognize? And Foodle's gonna open it up and pass it to Boggy.
Yes, and he opens it up and he looks through it and he runs his hand over it. You can see sort of a faint shimmer of something coming from his hand as he runs his hand over the leaves. He goes,
Oh.
yes. Oh, that's interesting. Now that's very interesting.
Whoa! Foodle's
Is
just like glazed over a little bit, staring at the glowing leaves.
Just gonna close the box and pass it to you. He says, I don't think you're quite ready for that yet.
Oh,
But one day you will be.
okay. Thank you, Boggy. All right.
If you open your mind and your heart to learning, you will be. And I might just show my display to chat really quick here. But I didn't make the changes you recommended, but I've made
Oh.
but I'm going to.
Okay.
I just haven't gotten around to it yet. So I'm
Okay.
just going to show this to chat really quick. This is still a little bit in development. So there it is. Oh my goodness, what's happening? Look at all what the heck? What the heck?
Oh, wow.
What the heck? It's
Is
the
that all
the Kappa Gen saved it up.
It's like catching up. That's amazing.
Yikes. That's what Foodle saw when he smoked it.
Yeah.
Exactly that. Okay. Don't play the sound alerts right now. While we do this, I have them turned off on my
them all, chat. Do them all.
on the
That's
okay.
hilarious.
So every time Foodle smokes a unit of smoke leaf, this is by default. Okay, this is by default, not what with no instruction or tutorship from Boggy here. But every time Foodle smokes around, he has to, of smoke leaf, he rolls a Constitution check on this table, right? So the first unit of smoke, the first pipe full of smoke leaf he smokes, the difficulty class is 10. The second round it's 12, and it keeps on going up and up and up. Whenever he fails one of these Constitution checks, it's on this table right here. So the first, with 0 failures, there's no effect other than feeling a little bit mellow. The first one, he is well high, right? And he gains advantage on wisdom-based checks and saving throws because he gets it. Like, he gets it. You know what I mean?
This thing is so good.
Yeah, he
you guys.
gets it, right? At second failures, he takes disadvantage on all dexterity-based checks and saving throws because he's, stumbling around. He ignores all non-magical conditions that would debilitate him due to fear, confusion, or pain because he's too high to be non-magically frightened, confused, or mentally debilitated by pain. That needs to wait. After 3 failures, he gains disadvantage on all intelligence-based checks and saving throws, and he loses advantage on his wisdom, right? Because he's too deep into the hole now, starting to really affect him. At level 4, you're struck by divine inspiration and wander away on a quest determined by the DM. You cannot be persuaded or intimidated away from your quest except by magical means. You are committed to this quest until you take a long rest and sort of recover, and you're like...
It's gonna be amazing.
Cat cam.
Kitty.
And then at 5, pass. Oh, I've done it. He's passed out. He takes the unconscious condition. For each level of failure, you are before you pass out or take a long rest, you gain the poison condition. Now, we talked about changing this to exhaustion, which we're going to do. I just haven't done it on this document yet. You may reduce this by 2 hours per level of constitution, and this is like equivalent to like you smoke too much and you regret it in the morning. So that's something we can do. So we're gonna look at exhaustion instead. So what this means in practical terms, as far as there it is. Okay. In practical terms, what this means as far as this meeting with Boggy Grundlewild is if you, during future downtimes, if you spend some downtime training with Boggy, who is following the caravan around, you can learn to do things like reduce the Constitution difficulty class that you need. You might learn to identify special types of smoke leaf that have other properties. You can mitigate some of those negative effects on the table, right? Like completely cancel out the dexterity penalty and things like that. So we're opening up a bit of like a smoke leaf skill tree for you.
This is amazing. Holy.
Which is going to be...
I have to say, I'm jealous.
This is the
I got
Yeah.
right?
right
This is incredible. Like, what?
Amazing.
Yeah.
It's my own, wild magic thingy.
It's
like,
beautiful.
This is really cool.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. So we're gonna work on that together, you and I, Collie, and
Heck yeah, dude.
we'll come up with some cool stuff for that in the future. For now, you get no benefit from Boggy because you've just met him. So you've made this contact in Boggy Grundlewild, dwarven druid.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What a cool dude.
Yeah.
I think my head might have exploded a little bit. during that encounter.
And with that, yeah, you enjoy spending your evening with Boggy and your friends, and Boggy shares some of his wisdom about Smokeleaf, and the universe, and what passes for progressive politics in the D&D world, around the campfire.
Those are the
Now,
best parties.
that sounds amazing. Now, here's my question for you, Ghost. Are we sort of winding down my time? Because I think it makes sense where Foodle would have like a few doses
Yep.
tonight. You know what I
Yep.
mean? So we should
Yep.
probably roll on this thing, right?
Okay, well, you already rolled on your first one.
Okay. So Constitution?
Yeah. So how many are you smoking?
Oh, at
Let's give this
least
a test drive.
3, maybe, yeah, probably 4. Let's just say
That's
4 because
least
I don't want to
4?
decide after stuff has happened.
Okay.
So I'm committing to 4.
Okay.
Foodle is celebrating, especially meeting new friends and like,
Mhm.
he's excited about learning the deeper secrets of Smokeleaf.
Yeah.
And he's gonna do some cards and maybe some dice with the people
Yep.
there, right? So he's
Yep.
just like having a grand old time. All right, so here we
Sure.
go. So we go.
All
First
right.
one.
So first one you already did. So second one, oh man.
Well then.
So that's a critical failure.
Yeah.
So you kind of end up embarrassing yourself in front of
I'll never
Boggy a little bit.
smoke with Boggy again.
He and I are playing our first card game, and I'm holding them backwards, not even realizing.
Yeah. And then he's just like, I think you're holding them backwards, son. And then when you realize it, you just are overcome with an uncontrollable fit of laughter. And
oh no, what am I doing?
and Boggy is just a little bit like,
right. I'm turning into Rudy and
did I misjudge this kid? But we'll say that you're at 1 failure, so you gain advantage on wisdom-based checks and saving throws because you get it.
I get it, man.
Get it. That is a 14. Round 3's DC is 15.
Oh,
so that's another failure. You gain disadvantage on dexterity checks and saving throws, and you cannot be frightened, confused, or mentally debilitated by pain, except by magical means.
Amazing.
You just got too excited. That's all. You just got too excited.
Yeah, that's 2, right? And that's 2 fails. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what the DC is.
Oh, it's 18 for round 4.
Oh my god,
it's 18
I'm like
for round 4.
I'm going on a quest, aren't I? All right, here we go.
No, not yet. No, you take disadvantage on all intelligence-based checks and saving throws, and you lose advantage on wisdom-based checks and saving throws.
Oh,
so
man, I
you
am deep in it.
you come up with a brilliant idea for how to reconcile religious faith in the gods with sound administration of a community.
Oh.
And while you're doing this, you and Rudy and Trudy, Boggy has sort of disappeared at this point. He's kind of retired, and he transforms into a snowy owl and flies away. Anybody who's watched Parks and Rec, this character is very much based on Other Ron, who if you've seen the episode where Ron and Ben encounter him in the woods, the snowy owl is not I don't think his spirit, it's Ben's spirit animal is the snowy owl. His spirit animal is something else. But
right.
But
oh my God.
Yeah, so he turned into a snowy owl and flew off, and then you've come up with this fantastic idea of, that age-old question of what role should spiritual faith play in the sound governance of a community. and you're thinking, hey, we're traveling to a new land, we're making a new home, we're getting a fresh start, we're going to do it right this time. And you sit down with Rudy and Trudy, and you write like a treatise about this, right?
Yeah.
And you have Rudy and Trudy like copy down a whole bunch of copies of it, and you go and you post them all over, like you nail them to people's wagons in the middle of the night, and there's like a couple people who are like, they're trying to sleep, and you're just nailing this to their door, thinking you're like Martin Luther or something like that. You're nailing it to the door, right? And they're coming out like, you kids get away from my wagon, and they chase you off, and they
Run! Read the pamphlet, though.
Run! And then the next morning when you wake up, we're not going to get too much into this because we're going to move on to Kiona next. But the next morning when you wake up, the town is like in an uproar. Like you've actually offended a bunch of people. You've offended only a few people. Everybody else seems to be laughing at you, and as they look at you, they kind of smirk a little bit, and it's like they're trying to contain laughter. And you find the pamphlet, you find a copy of your pamphlet, and like all fantastic ideas that strike people when they're high, it's utter hogwash. And you're embarrassed that you even wrote it. It's just nonsense.
When Poodle wakes up at noon or later the next day, he's like trying to remember where he put them all, and like trying to desperately tear them all down. Anyway,
I'll let you between sessions. I'm really curious what you might come up with for this, so I'll let you between sessions if you want to. You don't need to write it out, but you can give us like a point form, like what did the pamphlet say?
Okay.
And maybe we can turn this into a bit of a running meme or something.
But
I'm curious what you put in there.
But 99 Theses.
Poodle's 99 Theses, yeah. And some people, mostly the older people in the community are like, that's blasphemy, right? They look at you and they're just like, right? And they won't let their teenage kids hang out with you anymore. And but most people kind of look at you and they're like, there goes Foodle. How are those theses working out for you, Foodle?
God,
you got a little bit of good-natured ribbing.
Yeah.
Some people chalk it up to you must have hit your head when you were fighting Gut Ripper. All right, you almost hit the quest. I'm really happy about that.
It's totally up, your discretion.
Yeah.
I did say I was gonna commit to 4.
Yep, and you did do 4.
Well, but the first one was just the hit from what's his name, right?
Are you actually going to? Okay, if you want to.
Well, that's what I said.
Assumed,
like I assumed in my mind, I was committing to 4 in addition to the one that I'd already done.
All right.
So, and I didn't know how this was going to turn out, but
you gotta. Oh my goodness! And your Constitution is +1. Your Constitution save is +1. So the DC for this is 20. So you actually need to crit this.
You know what's funny?
No, you need to roll 19 or more.
I might have to use my inspiration for this. Oh god. Oh no. 3. Alright, there's no way I'm gonna get a 19. What's the quest?
What's the quest?
I actually right this second. But...
Yeah, I actually wasn't prepared to come up with this.
Oh no, it's fine. It's fine.
So I'm gonna invite oh, you know who's really good at this is Robert the Bruce.
Oh,
Robert the Bruce, if you want to think about what Foodle's quest is and post it in chat, and then Vinyl can send it to me in my in our Discord DM. If you want to, Brucey.
Right. Yeah.
But I think you really want to.
Do it, Bruce, do it.
Let's switch gears over to Kiona. So meanwhile, on the same day as Foodle is hunting his boar and finding finding true wisdom and enlightenment with Boggy and the smoke leaf. Kiona, what are you getting up to?
Well, I was gonna go and see if I couldn't find Lord Underlore and negotiate with him the deal about the magical objects, and in hopes that I can work out something to the effect of being their guinea pig to use those magical objects.
Excellent, yeah. So a little bit of walking around the caravan and asking a couple of questions because Underlore is of course a stranger in your community. So you need to kind of ask around for where can I find this person, and you're pointed to you're basically told that Underlore he hangs out with the rest of leader.
Uh-oh.
We lost
Oh,
leader.
no.
And
Oh.
our cams are all messed up. Leader.
Oh, he's been AFK for too long. Hold on. Can I drag him back?
Okay.
There he is.
Got him.
We may want to disable that.
Yeah,
Got
I
him.
wonder how I can. Hold on. I bet
It
it's in here. I'll work on that.
Yeah.
I'm kind of just playing like a game on my phone, listening to all this go down.
Sure.
Nice. Yeah, no, that's fine.
So, you're basically told Kiona that the whole unbroken circle of mages live together in a tent on sort of the outskirts of town, and you're sort of pointed towards it by a couple people. You make your way in one direction that somebody pointed and can't find it and ask somebody else, and they point you off in the further off this way and no a little bit this way. Eventually you find the last person says, "Yep, they're all in that tent over there," and points to what is basically this little pup tent that has a couple of patches on it. It looks all worn down and everything from the outside.
So I will there's like no guards or anything on the outside of it
Nope.
or anything. No,
Nope.
nothing.
Nope.
Kiona will approach the tent, and at the entrance way area, she doesn't want to be rude, so she will call out to Lord Underlore, Lord Underlore, and your fellows. I would like to speak to you. I am Kiona Neely of the and she's like super nervous because she doesn't interface with super intelligent magical people very often, so she's like stumbling over her words.
Yeah. So while you're stammering, pretty much as soon as you say your name, you hear a voice come from inside, sounding slightly muffled, as if it's speaking from and tinny, as if it's speaking from inside like a full plate helmet. Enter Kiona Neely.
Oh yes, sir. And so she'll kind of part the tent flaps and step inside.
Okay. And as soon as you walk inside, you find yourself in the courtyard of this sprawling and majestic estate. There's like a fountain and like a almost like a fountain in a koi pond kind of thing, like a reflecting pool in the middle of this courtyard. There's some outdoor patios surrounding you leading into the house. It's almost like a Greco-Roman villa kind of construction. And standing on either side of the doorway that you just entered through, which is basically like this marble archway decorated with like vines and ivy and flowers and things like that. There are two huge, like 9 foot tall figures that basically look like gigantic humanoids clad in full plate. And they kind of look down at you and then step aside and gesture you inside with these like jerky motions.
So Kiona will. She's floored. She's totally, completely just gone. She has never experienced anything this ludicrous in her life, and so she just totally, completely lost everything. So she stumbles through the little courtyard toward what looks to be the entrance of the next area that she thinks that the people are in,
Yeah.
and she's just wide-eyed and gaping and like just can't believe where she's at.
Sure. Yeah. And as you cross the courtyard to the other side into the sort of sheltered but slightly open air area, is that a veranda? Is that what it's called? I don't know what it's called. But as you step into that kind of area, you see a bald dwarf, bald of head, very thin and close cropped beard, hunched over a scribe's table, writing something down. And as you approach, he looks up, seeming to sense somebody approaching. He looks up, looks around like this, and then kind of leans over the table and looks down and sees you. And he says, just in a soft-spoken voice, uncharacteristic for a dwarf, says, "And who might you be?"
I am Kiona Neely, sir. I've come to speak with Lord Underlore.
Aren't you a human?
I was, but I changed during the attack.
He has his quill and sort of taps it against his lips. Most curious. Most curious. Have a seat, Miss Neely.
Yes, sir.
What can I do for you today?
I was just coming to speak to Lord Underlore about the deal that was written for our caravan and the group of people that have been chosen to go on ahead and to make sure the caravan is safe and uh, and I, I and she kind of stumbles over a little bit. She's like, I've got magic now, and I don't know how to do it or um, what it could do. And I was thinking that maybe I could come and talk to Lord Underlore about learning some of that stuff.
You know, as you're sort of stammering over your words, the dwarf kind of peers at you, sort of fixes his glasses a little bit, peers at you over the rims, puts his glasses back, studies you carefully. Well, your magic is, how do I say this? Very unique. It's very, very curious. There's very little that I can teach you about it.
You're Lord Underlore. she
Not much of a
she
lord, I'm afraid.
uh, and so she's taken aback because she thought maybe this was just like a person that was like leading up to Lord Underlore kind of person. And she's like, "Oh, uh, uh, but you can tell me what it is and and maybe a little bit more about it because I certainly have some trouble controlling it sometimes. It just does things, and I don't know how to make it not do things sometimes."
Well, there's very little I can tell, I'm afraid. If people who are blessed with the ability to use magic gain it from divine patronage, a, a pact sworn with a powerful being, or in my case, many decades, indeed centuries of thorough study. I've heard rumors of people with an innate connection to magic rather than learned, but I've always dismissed them as fairy tales and the fancies of people who have smoked a bit too much smoke leaf, if you will. But here you stand before me.
I can assure you that I did not learn my magic through any of those aforementioned ways.
I can
It
tell.
just happened. she's she's so abashed. She's like embarrassed that he doesn't really know her magic, and she doesn't know how to handle the fact that he doesn't really know her thing. And so she's just like, okay, well, well then I guess just to get to the agreement that we made, and she kind of starts like, playing with like a button or on her clothing or something kind of a little bit fiddly because she knows that she's going to ask him something that wasn't in the agreement. And she
Yes,
thinks
on
that
with
he's
it.
going to say
I am very
no.
busy.
I was wondering if maybe some of these objects that we get, and she brought the magical objects that they found at the last encounter with her because she does want to go about this honestly with him.
Mm.
And so she pulls those out and she's like, well, I found these things, and I know that you guys wanted them, but I was wondering maybe if I could keep some of them and learn how to use them and then report to you, and maybe especially because you're not so familiar with my brand of magic, about how they work and how I can use them.
Bring those here. Put them down. He taps his table with his quill.
So she does that.
Okay, so we've got the Kraken Seer's eye patch.
Mhm.
We have the Everlasting Gobstopper, and we have the Ring of Shograz.
Correct.
Am I missing anything? I don't think so.
Those are the items that I had on my list.
Okay. And Underlord leans over. He studies them. He moves his hand over them. You don't sense him doing anything particularly magical or mystical or anything like that as he's moving his hand over them, but he's very careful. Seems very careful not to actually touch them. These are most curious finds.
Well, that one there, and she points at the eye patch. It was used by a pirate captain, and he got inside of my head. He knew what I could see, and he knew how I was, and she just kind of fades off.
Most interesting. Most interesting. This one I would like to study for a time, and he picks up the eye patch with his quill and sort of moves it over and puts it down. I would like to study this for some time. This one. And he kind of stares at the ring for a long time without saying anything. This seems to emanate the same kind of power that you have. I don't think I can use it. It seems that perhaps that it's somehow connected to you.
Oh well, I don't know how it would have got connected to me. I mean, we just found it, and I mean, I did put it on for a second, but I took it off because I didn't know for sure what it was.
What happened when you put it on?
I don't know. I just felt something like something right, something click, I guess.
Have you
I
ever
don't know
felt
what it was
this?
for.
Have you ever felt this sensation before?
Not really. I mean, I kind of feel like I remember it somewhere, but I don't know what from.
Hmm. You keep these 2 pieces. As for the ring, I would like you to report directly to me about
Yes,
what
sir.
it does. What are its properties? What are its secrets? Tell no one
Absolutely,
else,
sir. No,
not
sir.
even your friends.
No, sir. Kiona is a little bit disappointed in that, and she kind of looks down at the ground, but she will follow his instructions.
Is she going to follow his instructions, or is she lying?
She's going to do her best to follow his instructions, but
Okay.
she.
Okay. This one you may get back someday soon. I would like to study it for a time.
Yes, sir.
Is there anything else?
I don't think so, sir. If you find any information about my magic or my kind of magic, maybe you could let me know.
And I would like the same in return. I get the feeling that I will be relying on you for this knowledge more than you'll be relying on me.
Yes, sir. She kind of stammers out.
Good day, Kiona.
Thank you, sir.
It kind of
She takes that as
ushers
her
her
cue to
away
leave.
and gets back to writing with his quill.
She kind of like takes like a handful of steps back out into that courtyard where everything is, and she's just like, this is crazy. So it's beautiful in here, and so she kind of takes her time getting from one end of the courtyard to the other on her way out, so that she can kind of take in as much of it as she can on her way. But she does leave eventually.
Fantastic. Okay. And then we're on to leader, I think.
Holy shit, is it my turn?
Did I miss something? Did I miss something, Flutter?
I don't think so.
I think we're done. Yep.
Mhm.
Okay. Goldrill. What's Goldrill up to?
Goldrill's making a store.
Goldrill's making a store.
I'm making a potion shop.
Okay.
Dude, no way.
Now
Right
tell
on.
me, I know we talked about this, but what am I gonna need to do?
Are you just making a potion shop out the back of out the back of the wagon?
For now, yes. We'll start with that.
Yeah. Okay. And so your potion shop comes with some maintenance costs. So it's 2 gold for maintenance, although you can offset that with your sales. Now you also wanted to do something else, right? You didn't just want to make potions for sale, right?
Well, first things first, are we following those 2 charts you gave me?
Yeah.
Okay, then in that case, I'm actually paying 1.5 times, so I'm paying 3 gold for maintenance
Okay.
for the first 20 days.
Right.
So for now, that's fine. I'll probably probably Kiona for a
Mhm.
little financial support for
Yep.
that first like month, and then after
So
that, I should probably be fine.
bring Kiona in as an investor.
Yeah, because
Right on.
once in about half a year's time, actually that's a lie. In about like a quarter year's time, we'll be making bank.
Okay.
So for now, I'll just I guess subtract 2 gold or 3 gold.
Yep.
Down to 22 for now.
Yep.
So that we're gonna have to like keep track of how many days go by.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
Alright.
And
Okay,
now
well,
so your business has to pay maintenance daily. But there are going to be days where in your adventuring career you're not going to be able to work on it. You know what I mean?
fair enough, but how would that affect the whole running a business day thing? the
Well,
day still-
the bonus that you get per day that you work at the business is is determined by like how many consecutive days that you're working on it.
You
So the
should
day-
hire Rudy when you're not there. Rudy's great. Don't hire
I mean,
Rudy.
yeah, I could hire
You
somebody.
you could hire somebody. Yep, you could hire somebody to mind the business while you're gone. They won't do it as efficiently as you will, but it'll still be something. And then when we come back after our adventuring, like there might be some profits for you to collect.
Well, according to that chart, until we reach the 61st day, I don't make any real profit off it.
Right.
But after that, things start ramping up.
Yeah.
So yeah, for now we'll start with that. I paid the 3 gold for that, so that's
Mhm.
done for now.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I did want to do the other thing, but
Mhm.
did you like adjust prices for that? Because I don't have the gold to do the other thing.
Yeah, so you might need to pool some of your party's gold to do that.
Mm,
So that's separate costs from your business maintenance costs because it's something that you're crafting for your party. Do you wanna tell your teammates what you're doing? Maybe Goldrill sort of requests a meeting with his friends.
mm. I guess yeah. I can ask the others if they'd be willing to pitch in to research that scroll, but the other 2 things I'll probably just
Right.
put off for now.
Yeah. So
Yes.
the research for the scroll, you don't need to spend any particular money or time researching it. You can identify that with a long rest.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
So that was the scroll of hideous laughter, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh, that's gonna be so good.
Okay. Well, then.
Yeah.
shit,
So
I don't
just
know.
in your free time
Probably going to
studying
be
this scroll.
horrifying, actually.
Yeah. Just in your free time studying this scroll, you find that it was an ancient magic spell written by some wizard who wrote his magic in Draconic and kind of you get the impression that this person was probably a little bit of a bully and created this spell that causes the target to be overcome by laughter.
All right. Well, in that case, now if I can do that, then I'll just I'll wait for the long rest to do that.
Mhm.
So I guess I'll spend the rest of my time crafting some healing potions for us.
Okay.
Well, actually, well, I'd have to buy some.
Yeah.
I have. Well, I have this. Actually, I have the alchemist supplies.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll craft some healing for
Sure.
us.
So healing potions, the materials for it costs 25 gold a piece, whereas healing potions normally sell for 50 gold. So, so you need 25 gold per potion to craft one. Is that actually what the price is? Let me make sure I get my prices right. The price is right.
I mean, that's what
And
I
to think
remember.
that we guzzled
Better-
like 4 of them.
Well,
Yeah,
Gosh,
yeah.
yeah. Good lord, are we really selling these?
We'd like to, but we might keep using them instead.
Oh, I know, right? We're never gonna make a profit.
Okay, this is.
So weapons, adventuring gear.
I know we still have like 2. I think.
Yeah. Yeah, potion of healing is 50 gold pieces.
To sell.
Yeah.
Not to
Crazy.
make.
So
Yeah.
even if we had wanted to the last time, we wouldn't have been able to buy one. Like that Not one. We wouldn't have been able to buy a single one between us.
They're expensive.
Yeah, probably not.
They're expensive.
Oh, how much of a discount on the supplies would I be able to get? Because I already have 2 empty glass bottles.
We'll call those glass bottles at 2 gold pieces a piece.
Okay, so that brings it down to 21.
20,
21.
23 per potion.
Oh, I thought you said 2 each.
Yeah, it's 25.
Yeah, I have 2 bottles.
Yeah, it was 25 each potion.
Oh, right. Yeah,
So
okay,
minus
I
2
was-
per potion is 23.
Man, that intelligence is it's playing a real part here.
No.
Dude, you and me both, though.
Okay, well, still 20. Okay, 20. That's doable. I will have to consult the party again for if they are
Yep.
willing to
Yep.
donate the cash to make 2. So I think we would at least have 1 per character.
Okay.
So, anybody in the party want to donate? I know 2 of us are lined. Their pockets are lined.
Assuming you called a meeting.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, are we all okay?
We're in a meeting.
Goldrill, you're starting a store? That's amazing.
I
Now, what
am
are you
indeed.
selling?
Potions of all sorts.
Of all sorts? Like fun things?
Calm
We'll talk
down,
about that.
Foodle.
We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
That's for a
Alright.
later date.
So is this just to celebrate the opening? Or
That, and I would also like to ask if the party would be willing to donate approximately 24 gold, so I have enough to make us 2 more healing potions for our next adventure.
Wouldn't it be 40?
I already have 22. I just need one
Oh,
more
okay.
to make 1 potion, then I need another 23 to make another. So yeah, I only need 24.
yeah,
Uh,
I've got that.
Yeah, I could help you out with that.
That's 7 gold per each.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
It's up to
I didn't
I
even know
want-
you could do this. Can you get enough supplies to just make one for me? I'll give you the money for it.
Well, I know can okay, first things first.
Okay, okay, sorry.
First things first.
Right.
Can we get a count on how many potions we actually have left in our possession?
I have 0. I've never had one. I've never even seen one.
I feel like I had one. No, I don't know that I wrote it down.
Andy.
We used one of them on Goldrill and he was dying.
I think we had 2 left.
We used
I know
2
for a
last
fact.
time, and I think we had 4 total. So I think you're right.
So let's just say we have 2 left. So yeah, I just need 24 gold for whoever wants to donate, however much it will be helpful. I can make 2 more potions, and then we'll each have a healing potion.
Well, sure, I can donate that. What is it? How much exactly do we need now?
I need another 24 gold
24.
total to be able to make 2 potions. So
Foodle, you got 12?
Yeah.
She looks at Mazra and knows that Mazra is not going to give up any money right now. She knows who Mazra is, so she'll put down 12 toward that.
Mazra's happy that her teammates are so giving.
Mazra's sitting there happily. Okay, so I've subtracted 12.
Ditto that.
okay, so that puts me up to 46, which would then
Goldrill,
just
where-
anyway immediately goes down to 0.
Goldrill, where did you learn this? This is amazing. If you can make a potion, I'll give you the money for the supplies. How much does it cost?
It costs around 25 gold per potion.
All right. What would your labor cost? Would 30 gold total do it, or?
So are you trying to like contract me to make you potions?
I
Like
want you
extra?
to. I think it would be really useful to have a potion. I mean, you almost died twice. I don't want. If I could have a potion on me or something, like that seems like a good
As
idea.
I understand it, he's making it so that we each have one potion on us already with the money
Yeah.
we've already given him.
If we want to do, yeah, what we can do,
Oh, I thought
what we
these
can
were for
do,
sale. That's my bad. Okay, never mind. I
you
might.
know,
There may be
these
some lingering effects. Just
these
ignore me. I'm fine.
these first two potions that I'm making right
Is
now
that is that the name
with
of
their
Foodle's band? Lingering Effect.
Lingering effects.
Figuring out that.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, these first two potions with the contributions from Foodle and Kiona will be just the base for the materials, and then in the future, to cover the cost of the shop that will inevitably give us the money to make all this itself, I will bump it up to the 30 gold. How does that sound?
I think that sounds good. That sounds great.
Okay. So I gotta get rid. Oh, how do I get rid of stuff again? Like that. Okay, so everyone can just add a healing potion to their inventory now.
There you
Is that
go.
how it works, DM? Okay, perfect.
Yep.
Yeah, so we came to the conclusion we
Potion of
still had
healing.
2 left. I just made 2. So now we have healing potions.
So if you
How
go
much do we want
I
to say they
wonder,
weigh? Do we want to say they weigh like 3
they
pounds
weigh
each?
half a pound.
I just
Oh, they
searched
weigh
it in
half a
the.
pound?
Half a
Yeah,
pound
you
each.
can drag and drop.
Yeah, you can drag and drop a potion of healing from the compendium.
Oh
Yeah.
wait, really?
Yep.
Yeah, it's super nice.
How do I do this?
So at the
Go
very
to
top right,
yep.
the little eye,
Ah,
and then you search in. I just typed in healing, and
Yep.
it's the potion of healing near the bottom.
potion of healing.
Yep.
The top one?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then
Just
you
like
just drag it right on
It
there.
just
How
says
cool is
potion
that?
of healing.
Gotcha. So yeah, and for future reference, if we make any items, when you type in the weight, if you hit enter, it will like do the little weight calculation.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how we get that to work.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's pretty much everything I had planned.
Okay. Excellent. So okay.
Thank you so much, Shiraz.
So yeah, when the store is like reached max like effectiveness, we could make anywhere from 15 to 150 gold every day.
Mhm.
Wow.
Depends on the luck of the roll.
Pretty
Luck of the
sweet.
roll. Yeah.
That's
We'll
cool.
probably never see a 150.
That
Or
depends on how long the store
Even
lasts.
so, though, a little bit of gold a day is
Oh,
better
yeah.
than nothing, right? Like,
That's
Yeah.
huge. Yeah.
Yep.
yeah, and those numbers are assuming you get like ones or tens on a D10.
Right.
So.
Man, I feel terrible now. Like, let's take a moment and think about how sensible everyone else is, and Poodle's just off getting freaking high. Oh my god.
Yeah, I may
Like,
not.
Leader's starting a store, Mazra's like upgrading her arm
Bowser
and
has a
shit,
store,
and
doesn't
like,
she?
right, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And like she's figuring out her magic stuff and you know trying to work out a deal with Underlord stuff. Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've broken my character sheet. How do I fix this?
I think it fits
Uh-oh.
Foodle though.
Oh wait, there we go.
Sorry, you
Okay.
had to redo it all.
Oh, Shiraz. There we go.
Okay,
Okay.
if you double tap your character sheet window, it like minimizes
That's handy.
on screen.
That's handy.
And it's actually kind of nice. Not as nice as when you don't know
Okay.
how you did it, but now that we know.
So, whether you're working on your own projects, celebrating, reflecting upon the knowledge and understanding that you've gained over this past time, you know that your kind of free time, your time between adventures is drawing to a close. The caravan is getting packed up to move again, and the atmosphere quickly turns as the days pass from one of celebration and relaxation and rejuvenation back towards getting back down to work.
I would like to note that after Kiona left, she would do the thing where she like gets together with that ring and figures it out a little bit.
Attunement.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. So we'll do something with that in a second.
Okay, I just
Yeah.
Oh God, that's not a
Get
good
that out there.
sign, Flutter.
And as you're yeah, let's do that now. So you sit down with this ring. Where are you while you're doing this?
She'll find somewhere off by herself, probably outside the carriage. She'll find like a little tree down by a creek or something like that, where she can go privately because he said to not tell anybody about it. So
Yeah.
she'll take it off by herself and
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah. And as you sit with this ring in your hand, you feel that familiar sensation that's come over you a couple of times. The first time during the goblin attack, the second time when you first encountered this ring. It's that feeling of something plucking a heartstring inside you.
I get that one a lot, don't I?
Why are you rolling on that already? Did I tell you to roll on that?
Because you told me I felt a familiar thing.
I didn't tell you to roll on the wild magic table yet. I didn't tell you to roll on the wild magic table yet.
Waiting.
Wait for the DM.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, and you feel this familiar plucking of a harpstring inside you, and you have the almost involuntary sensation to put the ring on, and as you do, you feel sort of a surge of energy, like you just drank a shot of espresso, and you feel all of a sudden just energized by having this ring on. So energized, in fact, that you feel that power sort of rise up in a crescendo, and you preemptively apparently roll on the wild magic surge table. Which, when we open it up,
Resistance to all damage for the next minute. So it's really
yeah, not useful at all.
Like you get like this bubble bursting feeling, and then nothing
Yeah.
happens, and you just
yeah, and
like super uncomfortable waiting for it, like thing.
Yeah. And like as you're sitting there under an apple tree, and there's this like almost like this like whoosh of air emanating off you, and it shakes an apple loose, and the apple sort of falls on your head, and you feel it fall on your head, but it doesn't hurt at all. I'm sorry to everyone who redeems the wild magic surge, and and she keeps on getting resistance to all damage outside of combat.
This is insane.
Right.
Well, the chances are 1 in 50. Yeah.
In combat, immunity to damage outside. That's
outside
it.
Of combat. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, and not turning into
polymorph.
a sheep
Polymorph.
and
Yeah.
Right. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Excellent.
Yes, Megan.
Falling from the sky.
So far,
Oh,
so
not
far
again.
she has gotten the grease, polymorph,
Yep.
butterflies, the human
And
flare,
healing.
Damage resistance.
The
Yeah,
human
she's
flare,
got-
that was
she
good.
got
I've
healing
gotten
ones.
butterflies
Forgot about
twice.
that,
Yeah.
Crazy. Anyway.
And as you know, there's almost like you almost feel like a little bit of disappointment. You get up and you're walking back towards the caravan, back into town. And just as you're walking back into town, the wild magic surge hits you again.
Oh,
Because why not? We got to give the people what they asked for, and there's another one on the
Yeah.
table.
do it.
Hey!
Each creature-
Nice.
That's beautiful. Thank you. I was trying to
Remember.
ignore it. Each creature within 30 feet of you becomes invisible for the next minute.
So
And
you're
invisibility ends on a
walking.
creature when it attacks or casts a spell.
So as you're walking into this town, there's another just pling inside you, and whoosh, this barely perceptible shimmering bubble of energy emanates 30 feet out from you, and everybody caught in it suddenly winks out of existence. And there's like, you know, a little girl wandering by holding her mother's hand, and her mother is on one side of it, but the little girl's just out of range, and she's just looks up and, mommy, where'd you go, mommy? And there's just bedlam. There's like all these people have just disappeared, and everybody's racing around, and you know, and then they hear other voices, and you know, there's a, I'm right here, sweetie, mommy, where are you? I can't see you. I'm right here. I'm right behind you. And this little girl's like spinning in circles, looking, you know, like a dog chasing its tail, looking, you know, behind her, and then behind her again, and then behind her again. There you go. There you go, Flutter.
Oh, Kiona is just like, oh no. And she just
Traumatizing
kind of like
children.
shrink. She's the only
Incredible.
visible person at the center of this.
Yeah.
So she's like shrinks down and trying to like scampers off, and like I'm sure it'll wear off. I hope it wears off. Oh my god, what did I do?
Foodle, as you return home to tuck in on the last night before your adventure, you find two small packages waiting outside of your family's wagon, addressed to you. One of them is written in a sort of like a little piece of like white birch tree bark, with your name sort of etched into it, and then the other is written almost like, you know, a child has written on the tag, like with the pen sort of held like this, Foodle. And so inside the one is you know, a lacquer wooden lacquer box. And as you open it up, inside is a little note, also on birch bark, that reads, "The longest journey begins with one small step. May this be the small step on your journey towards enlightenment. Boggy." And then underneath the little note is a simple but beautiful little smoke leaf pipe, just perfect for your size.
That's
And
amazing.
you
Oh,
can
we gifted
you
you
can
your
thank
Shiraz.
Shiraz for that. In the other box is basically somebody who is barely literate has written this, and what you can tease out of it is essentially, some of us boys here were mighty impressed with how you handled that gut ripper. We pulled in together and bought a little token of appreciation for you. And it is a really curious kind of contraption. It's almost, you've seen like a spyglass before, in some of your storybooks as a child. You've never seen one in person. This appears to be like a little miniature spyglass that with a little bracket that fits on top of your musket. And what this is going to do, you can fit this onto your musket, and if you hold an action to shoot, you get +1 on the attack roll.
Nice.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. No,
So
I
if you-
see what
yeah.
you're saying.
Yeah.
And okay, so I guess that's not an item per se. That's more something I should just note down and okay.
Yeah, just note it down on your musket.
Okay. All right. Man, that's super cool.
And then I need a name. I need to go open up a document with a name. Goldrill.
Hmm?
As you tuck in, as you tuck in, you find waiting in the back of the wagon. You also find a little box waiting for you. And as you open it up, there is sort of this sort of puff of powder as you open it up, and you kind of like you sneeze a little bit, and it makes your snout tingle a bit, and you find a note inside that says it reads basically my the best apothecary win, signed Nestor Kane.
Ooh.
What?
Yeah.
Dude, you always
And,
gotta check that boxes for traps, man.
I just
The practical
opened
one,
it up,
Mazda,
you
it's
know.
like
I
So
know,
you're-
the actually smart one.
So you're telling me I got glitter bombed and then a note from some stranger?
I didn't say it was glitter. I said it was
Well,
a
it
powder that made you sneeze.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
That's amazing.
was some poo poo. Okay, well, thanks for the sneeze and the note, Mr. Whatever your name was, starting with an N. Nestor.
Nestor Kane.
The
Nestor
existing
Kane.
potions shopkeeper in our
Alright.
little caravan. So you're his competition now.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know his name. Okay, I'm gonna write in my notes.
You're gonna need
Nestor.
to remember
Yeah,
that.
you're gonna need to remember that
Probably.
one.
I'm typing word for word in my notes. Nestor Kane has started beef.
Oh yeah, and Ghost was
Yeah.
the small spyglass, was that from like anyone specific or just like the group of gnomes or whatever? Like
It
the
seemed to be
community?
from the foresters who helped you drag the carcass in.
Oh right, okay, those guys. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And then Mazra, because why not? And Sloth said that their bits donation was for you. So let's ad lib something here. Yeah, because why not? You find a little box waiting for you at your shop.
She checks it for traps.
Yeah. Okay. So roll. What the heck would that be? I think that's an investigation.
Yeah.
Roll an investigation.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
you crit.
What?
You
Of
find.
course you do that
I think
now.
that's her best skill, so
You
Holy
find
shit.
this box is masterfully crafted. Like somebody has really put some work into crafting this box, and you almost missed it, but one of the hinges is just slightly longer than the other. And that makes you a little bit suspicious. And as you investigate this slightly longer hinge, you see that the kind of the extension of that's meant to disguise itself as a hinge is another mechanism, right? So its disguise is part of the hinge, but it's a secondary mechanism that when you open the box is going to do something. Okay.
Okay.
And you find that you can sort of slip the blade of a knife in to prevent that mechanism from firing as you open up the box. So you open up the box, it doesn't fire, and inside is something attached to a spring. Sort of an object attached to the spring. And basically this was like a Jack in the Box, but like a very cruel sort of Jack in the Box where it's like as soon as you open it, it would pop out and scare you.
Right.
And as
Like
you
worms in a can or something.
carefully
Yeah.
as you carefully unfurl it, the spring makes this really loud creaky sound that would would have caused you to jump out of your green skin. And there's a grumpy looking half orcish female figurine holding a little sign that says, "Thanks for helping, Ilaria."
That's amazing.
I totally thought it was going to be something awful.
It's like a Jack in the Box death threat, but no, it's a
right? Like
That's why
that's
you
what I was
always
thinking. Like,
Open
oh,
stuff
no.
away from your
Somebody's
face.
Yeah.
This is exactly why Mazra is like that's so perfect.
That's beautiful. That
That's
was great.
exactly yeah.
That was
So she
good.
Now
will.
it's-
What?
Yeah.
Well,
No, go
it's
ahead.
gonna outlive
Go
us
ahead.
all.
So you said she found it like out back of her wagon or whatever?
Yeah.
So she will investigate it, open it and everything, and she has this very like neutral look on her face and then looks around just to make sure there's nobody watching her, and then she'll take it inside, and she's got her little work area or whatever, and then she'll put it up on a shelf in a prominent position.
Excellent. And now the wording of the 300 bit redeem is heroes find a useful mundane item. I don't know what use you're going to get from that, but that's up to you.
It helps her in that it warms her black heart.
You can maybe in the future you can use it as a distraction or to scare somebody or something.
Right.
Like that. Yeah. It could be.
That's what I was thinking, honestly.
Yeah.
Like you could turn it around on somebody.
Yeah, it's rewindable.
Yeah, I like that.
Thank you, Sloth. That was really cute.
That's
I
good.
really like that.
You shouldn't change the sign or anything. You should,
No.
you should use it as a distraction and just it says thank you.
Thank you for
Whoever
helping.
opens it is like, what?
Megan, put it
Thanks for
perfectly.
helping.
Maz's heart grew approximately 0.5 sizes that day.
Yeah.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. That's what I was just thinking.
Good night, Scraggle.
It's
Okay.
almost you can almost.
Oh,
see it
Scragglefoot's
without the
going to bed.
help
Good night,
of the
buddy.
microscope. Oh, night, Scraggle.
Right. And as you're settling in, you know that you don't know what tomorrow has in store for you, but you know that there will be work
Blood?
ahead of you as you move on. And so you settle in for the night, and we are going to take our break, I think,
Yay.
before we get started on the next thing.
I'm so tempted to have Kiona going to sleep, like petting the ring. But I'm not going
Yeah.
to.
My precious.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Eat a cookie.
Eat a cookie.
Mm.
Unfortunately, I don't have any cookies.
Aw.
Shiraz was obviously there when I said that I don't like eating on camera. There's just I don't know what it is. Just don't
I
like
can
eating
understand
on camera.
I can eating in front of people in general.
And there's
Yeah.
people like Han B who just have like a full meal in front of his stream like every day.
Well, here you go,
Yeah, with
Andy.
the
I got another full cookie here for you.
cookies.
A smiley face cookie.
Let me
actually.
Yeah,
just
I know, it's got a little smile.
let me just squeeze that cookie into my USB
does.
port, and I'll send it over the internet to you. If I suddenly drop off the call, you'll know that it didn't work.
Well, Ghost. First things first, you have to send Andy like a message asking if she accepts cookies on this website.
That's true.
Got him.
That's true.
Oh, Will, I love cheesecake. Oh my
Oh
goodness.
man,
Oh,
cheesecake.
is always good.
All right.
Yeah.
I got to dip for
No.
just a minute.
I haven't tried many flavors of
think,
each, but I'm not really a cheesecake or pie person.
That's too bad.
Yeah, I need to.
I just
I'll
need to
be right
find
back.
good
All right.
cheesecake. Cheesecake is more acceptable for me than pie, and none of the
Is it
pies
because
I've
it's too
tried.
sweet?
I don't know. I just haven't had a lot of either.
Enjoy my fan for a minute.
I just need to find like a cheesecake factory near me.
Look, guys.
All
Look,
right.
guys, it's
I'll be
our
right
biggest
back, friends.
fan. Right here on
Right there.
Yeah, it's getting more dad jokes than they bargained for tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm so sorry,
Oh.
chat.
That's two in the
I
span
don't know
of
what
like
came over me.
Ooh, brownies pants. I have a good homemade brownies
Yeah.
recipe, and sometimes I like to do that, like the cream cheese, like
I think I just need to
thing
find
in
like
it.
a cheesecake factory
Swirl.
near me, and then over the next couple of years, just like try everything on the menu.
Wait, you have a Rice Krispie square? Hold on, chat. I'm gonna be right back.
Oh, I want a Rice Krispie square.
Oh, what did I just click? Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I
Ooh,
don't
a
know.
pizza, Shiraz. What kind of pizza? What's on the pizza? I like a good white pizza really with a really garlicky like white sauce on it and like onions and tomatoes and basil and like yeah, I'm a big fan.
You know what's
Some
surprisingly
thyme,
good?
a little ricotta cheese.
I don't think I've tried the pizza form of it, but chicken bacon ranch.
Oh yeah. Chicken
I've
bacon
I've,
ranch pizza.
I've tried like the hot pocket variant, and oh my god, it's so good.
Chicken bacon ranch can be done in like so many styles. It's so good across the board all the time.
Yeah.
Pepperoni. Always a good choice though, Shiraz.
My ideal
Yeah.
pizza toppings are sausage and bacon.
Sorry, Sloth. Sloth, go check out my Discord. You want to see what I made for dinner the other night? I made some lobster bisque. It was pretty amazing, I'm not gonna lie. And homemade sourdough croutons with homemade sourdough bread. And I am never gonna eat croutons another way, ever, because they were amazing.
Man, this is why we shouldn't be talking about food on stream. Oh my gosh. Okay, apparently my wife has an entire box of Rice Krispie treats, so holy.
What's up? I want Rice
Oh.
Krispie treats. I feel like I should have some left over from when I made the kids' cake.
Folly, the real question is
Okay.
what are they regular? Are they chocolate chip, chocolate drizzle, and what are we working with?
Well, these are so my wife has a few like dietary things, not many, just like a handful. And so these are actually like health. Oh gosh, you can't really see it, but they're like healthy ones.
That looks like the sleekest package
Oh,
because it's
right? It really
it's
is. Anyway, and they're vanilla.
Hey, it's good.
So yeah,
I have never seen
yeah.
Rice Krispie treats like that.
It's gonna be
Interesting.
delish.
I mean, our Rice Krispie treats are like from the cereal, right? Like you
Wife.
get them.
Share Rhea.
I like the Rice Krispie treats that are made out of what are they? The Golden Grams? Golden Grams with like chocolate chips in them. Like dark chocolate chips and Golden Grams Rice Krispie treats.
Will,
Except
if you want somebody to share some food, you should ask Ghost for those ghost peppers. I bet he'd love to share
no.
them.
So the best part about these is I went over there. I was like, "Wait, did you actually have one?" And she was sitting there eating it. I'm like, "What? Where are these from?" And she's like, "Oh, do you want one? I've got a whole box of them." I'm like, "Yes." So I immediately go to the kitchen. I didn't even wait for her. I go to the kitchen. I'm like looking around, can't find them anywhere. Shreya comes over, giving me like a look. And she points to my chair, and so I go sit down, and so I don't know where they are. I don't know where this box is because she rightly, very rightly,
Hides them from you. Yeah.
Yeah, because like the funny thing is, I was actually thinking, I was like, man, I probably shouldn't know where these are because I'll just eat them all. And so she knew, and so she did that anyway.
Pants, I have had those fruity pebble ones. They're great. Mm-hmm.
They sound amazing. I feel like I've had them. I've never made them, but like they were colorful or whatever.
Fruity Pebbles
Right.
and Cocoa Pebbles are great cereal until you get to like the part where you want to just drink the milk, but you can't
No.
get all those last little niblets out, so you're drinking the milk and then you just get like
Get, like,
pelted in the
little
back of the
pieces.
throat
No.
with like a little chocolate or fruit pebble.
Man, that emote is so perfect. What the crap?
That emote is the box of Rice Krispies hiding.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point,
Well,
Shiraz.
not like actually pelting the back of your throat, but like you're just trying to enjoy the milk after cereal, and you just like it ruins it.
Just once a week, though, really? Because
Listen, the best part
I
of
think it's a
night
daily thing you
cereal.
should do with the snacky foods.
Gross.
Bruce, oh my god.
I'm sorry, because I'm hungry too now. This is all.
Sorry, Will.
I'm gonna
Sorry,
go make
everyone.
myself a cup of noodles soon.
Who are we eating in front of?
Well,
All chat.
We're eating in
and,
front of Will? Okay.
and Sloth.
I'll okay. Well, Will and Slot. Well, for those two jackanapes, I'll make an exception to my no eating on camera rule right here. Oh.
Wow.
I agree, Shiraz, but I don't have any really good night cereal right now. I do have frosted mini wheats. I think I could do those. Mhm.
I'm lucky. I had not like a huge dinner, but I had a decent sized reheated meal before we started. So
Nice. I'm doing night cereal. Sloth, there might be more of your chip if you're hungry. You might find some more of your chip in the bag.
Oh yeah. Did you look out the bag?
almond butter cereal. What the hell? Almond butter.
Almond butter cereal. What the heck is that?
I'm just imagining something very gross.
Jackanape or whatever the hell that boomer word was.
It is a boomer word for sure. I love that word.
It is, yeah.
Such a boomer word. Shiraz.
Very, very beneficial brew. What?
Well, chat was
Very,
thinking that my
very,
quest could have been.
yeah.
I was just inspired to go off and try to collect one of every berry in the world.
Yeah.
Obviously, I wouldn't
your
have completed it before sleeping, but
Your quest is that you just get the munchies and you have to just like satisfy it.
oh,
That's another good one. Finding the ultimate munchie.
Yeah, there you go.
We could work some
So the ultimate munchie is a
These
moving
quests are
object.
how Foodle's gonna
You
die.
cannot pinpoint one thing. It has to be something that you think of when you're halfway 3 sheets to the wind, and then you make it, and it's the most beautiful thing on the face of the earth because it's the right moment and the right thing for that moment, and you cannot do it any other way.
Yeah.
Where did these names suddenly pop up? What the heck? Oh,
What
it's because I
names?
was mousing over the cameras. So yeah, where did these names pop up on your
You
cameras?
know what I mean?
That's funny.
Yeah.
What?
What if Collie's quest, whenever he's high, the ultimate smoke leaf munchie is meat from the Tarask.
Oh God! Wait, what?
The world.
No.
He's
Is that the thing that I
overcome.
can summon by accident?
Yes.
He's overcome with the need to hunt the Tarask for its meat
Oh
to
God.
cure the munchies.
Just get Kiona super excited and she'll like wild magic it out eventually.
Okay,
Right. Yeah.
What is this very, very beneficial brew thing Megan keeps yelling about?
Well, it was the sort of quest that chat was coming up with, where I would go and try to collect a bunch of berries to make a smoothie, the ultimate smoothie.
Oh
the
God.
Yeah.
BBBB?
Yeah.
Collie opens a Smoothie King or something.
Honestly, that sounds about right. Like with the modern smoke leaf connoisseur, like, would also, be into smoothies and possibly have a man bun.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Stop calling me out.
Stop calling me
What, 'cause
out.
you've got a man bun and you like smoothies? Dude, I love smoothies, so
It's only to get the hair out of my face.
I'm halfway there.
Just
I mean,
wear
I know
like
that
a hat.
guy. At least 3 or 4 of that guy. So it's,
So funny.
it's possible.
All right. So I hope everybody in chat's having fun here. That was a little bit of a downtime session. I think there was a lot of cool character growth that happened there. So I really enjoyed it. No,
Yeah,
nobody's used their inspiration yet, Brucey.
I feel like Foodle learned absolutely nothing in jail. It was like it was great. It was a really good character building moment for him. Oh god. Oh, okay. All right. Got you, Will.
Okay, so we're going back to.
I mean, Foodle don't
the
starve.
game.
Yep. So are we ready to kick this second part off?
Oh, I'm ready.
All right.
And next time, like, oh gosh, when I'm leveling up to level 4, I've got such a great idea for what I'm gonna do. So yeah, sorry. That's,
Excellent.
You have a couple levels to go to get there.
yeah,
So.
I'm already to level 2, so I got some time.
You do need to level up
We're
to level
still
3
alive
yet.
when we
Yeah.
get to level 4.
Yeah.
By the way, I love.
Yeah,
how
that's a lot
Will's-
of presumptiveness on my part, isn't it?
I love how Will's telling Collie to not let Foodle starve, and Collie just sees the words "don't starve," and he's like, oh, "When? When are we
I
playing?"
know. It's like, wait, when are we playing? Yes.
Yeah. So
It's
guys, yeah,
almost as bad as Leader's Terraria obsession.
yeah, I was gonna say, Vinyl, as Vinyl put it perfectly. You guys think
Andy.
it's time for a Terraria?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enough D&D for one night. Let's play some
Take
Terraria.
care, Pants. Thank you so much for your
Good
generosity.
night.
and
Hey,
for
take
telling us.
care. Take care, Andy. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for your generosity. Thanks for your positivity as always. We love you around here.
Mhm.
Take care of yourself. I hope to see you again soon. So, the next day you get up. It's a bright sunny day. The hustle and bustle. The whole community is alive. People are packing up their wagons. They're reassembling their wagons into sort of a mobile mode. Everyone's getting ready to go. Everybody's running to and fro. There are a few people who shoot Kiona some nasty looks for the little disappearing act she pulled on everybody. Foodle gets a few sort of amused looks from
Kiona
passersby.
will attempt to make amends by like gifting them little things from like a bakery nearby.
Okay.
I'll spend 10 gold on getting things from a bakery. to
Well,
give to the
okay.
people I made disappear.
Spend 1 gold.
Okay.
Baked goods sell probably in like coppers or silver, not gold.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just buy the whole bakery with that money.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Which really puts into perspective how goddamn expensive these healing potions are.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's spendy.
Well, I mean,
they have a very,
should-
very powerful effect.
yeah, like they heal physical damage. I mean,
and they can bring you back from bleeding. You know what? Like they can save your life.
Yeah,
like.
I would easily spend like hundreds or thousands of dollars on an actual healing potion.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So there's this massive hustle and bustle. People are running around, and you are summoned each separately, as you may be, by a member of the caravan militia. You're summoned to the mayor's wagon that morning, and it seems she has a job for you again.
All right.
Just
Well,
summoned
Fiona will
all
show
of
up
us?
with gusto, wearing a new fancy ring with a purple gem.
The mayor summoned all of us, right?
Purple gems.
Yep.
All right, so Goldjo will come. Not. I don't know. I'll just say walking because I can't think of a smart word because I'm stupid.
Ambling,
You're
skipping.
Ambling.
Yeah, this
Prancing.
6.5
Swaggering.
foot tall blue lizard man is real happy, so he skips in like a schoolgirl.
Yeah. I love it. Kiona's gonna have you skipping before you know it.
Foodle's gonna walk in and do a short bow and say, Mayor Roundtree, what can we do for you today? How can we help?
And the old woman kind of gives Foodle in particular a level stare and says,
Oh God.
"Yes, well, I think your theorizing has done quite enough already, if I may say so. Very interesting pamphlets you distributed around this town. They certainly have a lot of tongues wagging. In any case, that's not what I've called you here for today. Uh, I am afraid I don't have a job for you, but our sponsor does." And she waves you over to join her at the sort of grand, almost like a war planning table that she has set up in the center of her office. And the dwarf who sits behind this grand table is quite unlike any you've ever met before, unless you're Kiona. If indeed you've ever met a dwarf before. His gray streaked beard is short and neatly cropped, and his head is shaved clean and smooth as if a newborn babe. And his lilac robes are clean and pressed with similar precision to the way he's kept his appearance. Although clearly old, his face is quite free of the wrinkles associated with a lifetime of laughing or scowling, coming to rest in a neutral expression of calm, perhaps detached study, as if he were a passive observer of the world around him rather than a full participant in it. Certainly, Undrelor looked a better fit for libraries and laboratories typical of a mage's vocation than the rowdy mountain halls generally associated with his culture. Oh, the Warg Slayers. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come, have a seat here. I have a bit of a job for you.
Kiona will go and take a seat closest to him.
He does not seem to really acknowledge the familiarity that you have with each other.
She definitely
Such that it is.
barely looks at him. She doesn't like.
Foodle's going to do a deeper bow and say, Lord Undrelor, what can we do for you?
Not much of a lord, I'm afraid. But I have a bit of a task for you four to perform that I think will be befitting your unique set of skills. The caravan is going to be passing by a place that I believe is familiar to you, a small village called, he shuffles his notes, Blycross, I believe. Most of you came from there, if I'm not mistaken. The Unbroken Circle would like you to take a small detour back to the town to recover something that's there. And he kind of, with the way he talks, doesn't acknowledge the gut punch that the, name dropping your destroyed hometown might carry with it. He's just very matter of fact about this whole thing.
Yeah, Poodle's got, Poodle, he didn't live in that town, but he's got some really bad memories welling up of
feel
all
like
the people
everybody
who died.
Yeah, I
during
feel
the
like
escape.
everybody's just kind of quietly looking at him
Yeah.
okay.
And he's just looking back at them.
Yeah. Goldrill will kind of do like a. I'm not sure if sighs or kind of like a deep breath, clear his mind, and then he's going to ask for details on what they're trying to find.
Well, that's just the thing. We're not entirely sure, as it happens. We do know that the goblin army that attacked Blackcross didn't just attack randomly. It wasn't along a particularly strategically important invasion corridor. They came to Blackcross looking for something. And it looks like whatever it was, they've found it. We want to know what that thing was. We'd like you to go on a bit of a fact-finding mission to bring back information to us.
But if they don't, if they have it, then how do we? Is there anybody still there?
No. As I'm sure you're aware, that town was fairly thoroughly destroyed.
Yes.
Do you have any direction you could point us more specific than the town of Blackcross, or do you know what we're looking for? Or
Yes,
any
well, some research of ours, some study of records of ancient provenance, indicated the presence of an ancient ritual site at the location of the modern town of Blackcross before the town was properly founded. Chronicles from this time period describe the geography of Blackcross as having 3 large hills on the north bank of the river. But all others of more recent times indicate mention of a 4th hill. Our conclusion, therefore, is that one of the 4 hills that the town was built upon is perhaps this ritual site that existed prior to the records that we have available.
As Goldrill recalls, he believes he saw that weird sort of like, I don't know, presence, mist, whatever it was, around that one hill in the distance from his temple.
Indeed.
So
That might be a good place to start.
Yep, he will inform everybody about that, and that is most likely the place to start.
Sorry, just give me 1 second. There's a bit of a... Just got to let somebody know that I got their message. There's a bit of a work emergency happening, but I've got it taken care of, and I just need to send a quick text.
No biggie, man. That's life. So,
Yeah.
So I'm trying to keep notes.
Goldrill, I didn't realize you
So-
knew how to text.
Yes.
There's 3 sort of obvious hills, and there was mention in these texts of a 4th hill, and it's unclear where or what that
Yes.
was referencing.
They did not know, but
leader might have
Goldrill,
that.
I remember what hill
Goldrill.
that like presence. I'm imagining like a dark purple / black, like how, I'm trying to like a generic like wind kind of thing you'd see in like a video game or like an anime or something. Like Flutter will get this one, like the Gan and Breath of the Wild, kind of like swirling around the castle, but more like a dome shape. That's what I imagine we're talking about here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But like deep purple / black.
And Undrelor kind of leans back in his seat and regards Goldrill with an impassive expression, and he says, "I think that might be a good place to start looking."
Understood.
Go to this artificial hill. See if you can find any structure existing inside it. Bring back any information that you find, no matter how seemingly trivial or unrelated it may seem to your uneducated eyes. And he sort of unfurls a map in front of him, and he looks at Goldrill at the same time as he taps a spot on the map with his quill. And he says, "Is this the hill that you had mentioned?"
I'm going to assume yes, because I can't really see the map.
Yeah. Yep. It
So
is.
yes.
And
It
it's a hill that Goldrill will find familiar for another reason, and also Kiona will find familiar because it is the location of the Bub Flats Willows Fields Ranch where you found Kiona.
Kiona is having a difficult time holding back her tears
Wait,
at the moment, recognizing it on the map.
in my mind, that doesn't make sense. Because I thought that hill was in like a completely different direction from the town, which
Yeah,
is
it was-
where I went at the beginning.
It was between your monastery and the town.
Yeah, Willow Fields was outside of town.
But like where you're saying the hill is where that ranch was?
Yes.
Wow.
I'm trying to picture this.
Okay. So
I pictured that hill like in a completely different spot, so
Oh yeah,
So-
it's all good.
Kiona will kind of give Underlore like a significant sidelong glance because that's where her magic happened. That's where she got it from. She didn't realize that it was some kind of ancient site, but that was where she had her moment, and she tries to like tell him through some sort of telekinesis. Obviously, she doesn't. She can't necessarily do that. She just like, why is that significant? And then, but at the same time,
She
she's
just
really,
just
really
holds up her
upset.
copper wire and waves it at him.
Undralore, so this is where we can start looking. Do you know, like, what we're looking for? Are we looking for an item or items or like a ritual site or something?
The records mention this location as a ritual site. It was somewhat not uncommon for ancient cultures to build artificial mounds to bury their dead inside, or to house knowledge, items of importance or significance, or as sites to perform rituals within.
So what kind of like climate area and like what kind of trees are around this place?
So it would have been sort of temperate. So we're thinking,
Just
a
like
mix,
regular
a
oaks?
mixture. Yeah, like regular oaks. We're a mixture of deciduous and coniferous trees. More deciduous than coniferous.
Okay, yeah, well, Goldrill will point out, now that he thinks about it, it does seem weird. Most of the trees on that hill seemed a lot smaller and potentially younger than the surrounding area in town.
Anything that you find there, bring back. Anything that you can't bring back, such as carvings on walls, etchings, symbology, make a rubbing of on paper, bring it back here. Any information that you can bring back may be valuable to unraveling this mystery for the Unbroken Circle.
All right, it seems like, yeah, we can do that, I think. No, in fact, I know we can.
Out of character, might Kiona have a memory of a place that that piqued her, that might twang in her head when
Not
like some place?
Not right now. Not at this physical, temporal, emotional distance from the place.
Okay.
You can't recall anything right now.
Okay.
All right. I mean, if that's everything, I think this will be a good start. Does I don't know. If everyone's ready, should we go prepare?
Kiona like nods and gets up out of the chair and just exit the tent. She just goes. Um, she's a little upset that she's gonna have to go back to the ranch. So.
All right, Foodle's gonna follow her out.
Maz's been quiet the whole time. She's yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, leader.
Yeah, Goldrill will just give Undrelor a nice respectful head nod. For the guy code, he will do a downwards nod indicating respect, and then he will leave the room.
Mazur doesn't really do any of that. She just leaves. She's been real quiet because even though she didn't really like go ever to the ranch or wasn't in like doesn't have strong
You were in proximity.
emotional ties to the town, like it's stressful, so she's a little pensive.
Once everyone's outside, or I don't know, as soon as Foodle's out there, he's gonna start asking, "Does anyone have any paper in case we encounter, rubbings or not carvings, so we can make rubbings of them?" I don't have any paper, but we should probably get some.
I think Mazra usually keeps like little notebooks or something on her because that's
That
what
would
she
make
used
sense
to.
for schematics.
Right, that's what. She has like notebooks
Oh
and things.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's perfect.
And you probably have I imagine you have something like a charcoal pencil
Yeah,
that comes with it,
Yeah.
or something like that, or like even just like a stick of charcoal that you can use.
Right.
perfect. Okay.
So we have what we need.
Okay, and we've got potions. Does everyone feel ready?
I believe so.
I'm ready. Just checking my backpack. I got like 15 days of rations, and yeah, we're good, I think.
Okay.
Is there anything anyone wants to do before we head out?
I think the only thing that I'm assuming this is kind of built in since they're doing this kind of forward scouting thing, but Mazur just needs to like close up her shop and all that, and put like a I'm not here right now notice on the door.
That would make sense. Kind of wrapping up whatever we have and yeah. Kiona will probably have her stuff all packed and ready with the horses already, so
It's more like can we meet up in a half an hour and then leave kind of thing. I think just so people can grab anything they need
right.
before we leave.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan.
Okay.
So this is the day after all of our like stuff, right?
Yeah, and most of your stuff played out over the course of several days. Like you setting up your shop and brewing the potions and things like that would have taken you several days.
Oh.
Foodle was mostly one day, I think.
He needs to know how many days specifically because of the shop setting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's start at this is day one.
Oh.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Let's just start at day one.
Well, technically day 2.
Day 2. Yeah. Day 2.
Right.
We'll just assume like while crafting potions, I decided, you know what, might as well start a store, and the store finished yesterday. I
Yeah.
paid off that first thing, but
Yep.
since it's out of the back of our cart, since we're leaving, I'm gonna close it up, and I'm not gonna pay the maintenance today.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So the shop will, when it reopens, will be day 2 of the shop.
Yeah.
Kiona, do we still have our horses?
Yes.
Have you
I
been?
would assume
Okay.
so, given that we came
Yeah,
back
we still
from
we
that
still have
last encounter.
Okay.
Collie, we still have our whole like cart set up with all the
Yeah,
horses.
we've got all of the stuff.
All right. Well, let's saddle up.
You getting used to that horse yet?
No.
Fool was just bouncing up and down in the saddle.
And had to be lifted up again.
Yeah.
All right.
So are we just taking horses? Or are we taking? Didn't we have a wagon too? Or
We
Yeah,
have
yeah, we have
Yeah.
the whole
Yeah.
setup.
so which are we taking? Just that or both? Because how far away are we from there?
You're probably a
Probably.
couple days detour
Yeah.
down to the
So
town.
probably bring the
Yep.
wagon just to be safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
anytime we leave the convoy, we're probably going on like a full adventure, so we just take the cart and everything.
Now, bringing the wagon means we're going to be really slow off the road,
Mhm.
right? Like,
Mhm.
That's
okay.
true.
Yeah.
So I mean, do
So-
we want to bring it or not? I think it could be a group decision.
That's probably a good idea. It just
I feel like it
there is
probably
a
is.
downside.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
not pure upside, is what I'm
Right.
saying.
I
Mhm.
mean,
I mean,
a
yeah,
couple of
I
us can
guess-
range out in front with a horse or two
Yeah.
to just, but
I guess fair enough. We don't need the cart, but if we're not taking the cart, then I need to know how many days we plan on being away, so I can make some shop owner decisions.
No, I mean, I think taking the cart makes sense. I mean, we're going to a town, like, hopefully the roads aren't that bad. Like,
despite the town is all deserted and abandoned and broken.
right. But, like,
But the
hopefully it
roads are
won't be
still
the-
there, hopefully, right?
Yeah, hopefully it's not the same as, like, driving the cart through the woods to the tower that we had. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know if we could have made it through the woods with that thing. Anyway, so
I
yeah.
think we put the horses all together and like away from where we were going and separated ourselves from them and then went back and got them after that encounter.
Yeah, well, that's what I assumed.
Yeah.
Okay, I think let's take the cart and let's head out. What time is it,
Okay.
DM, when we're
It's
heading out?
morning
Like
when you head out.
morning. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're just taking horses.
And the cart.
And the
Oh,
cart, yeah.
we're taking the
Yeah.
cart. Okay, then I
Yep.
don't have to do anything. I'm good.
And we probably need like 2 of the horses hitched to the cart, right? To pull it.
At least, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
If it's
Ezra's happy
okay,
to stay on the cart.
It's
So
like a medium-sized cart, and it's since been altered to have places for Mazda to work in my store. So it's at least 2 horses. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Foodle doesn't want to be hitched to the cart. He
No,
wants to be like
Keanu will.
Don't we have like
you know,
6 horses total?
reconnoitering and stuff. Oh, do we?
Yes, we have
Oh,
one
yeah.
for.
Okay. Okay.
I feel like we have one for each of us, and then 2 for the cart.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So if anybody's
Yeah.
driving the cart, which somebody needs to be, that horse.
I would
Mazra will
imagine-
happily drive the cart
Yeah.
Okay.
if Goldrill doesn't want to do it.
All right.
I think we'll like take turns
Right, that sounds good.
because
Okay.
you seem to like driving it, and since I like rebuilt it, I also enjoy driving it. So we'll just like take turns or whatever.
Sure.
All right.
All right. So, Foodle, you said you were reconnoitering.
Yep.
I would like you
Keanu will be out
to.
there too.
Okay. I would like Foodle to make a survival check, and then both of you to make perception checks.
Okay.
Ooh, nice.
Wow. I like
And
that.
then perception from each of you.
Oh God. Not
All right.
quite as good.
Yeah. So you Foodle, you know the way. It's pretty easy. You know the way to this town, and you know, even with a lack of signposts and things like that, you know where to turn. You can track by the direction that the sun's moving in across the sky, where which compass direction you're moving in, and where the town is relative to you recognize that group of trees over there, and that little pond right there needs to be at your left as you're moving down. And in terms of you don't think you see anything in any sign of predatory wildlife nor predatory intelligent life as you move down. But
It's
you can't.
clear ahead,
Yeah,
Mazra.
you're pretty sure it's clear.
It's definitely clear. I checked it.
Excellent. And the day goes by without incident, luckily for both of you, since you rolled
my
so
God.
badly.
Yeah.
There's
Ooh.
I will
and
chalk
then
that one up to Kiona just trying to steel herself for the coming. Like she's
yeah,
just all she can think about is
you're
Well,
don't
and
show
Poodle's
your like.
yeah.
and Poodle's focusing on the landmarks, like you were saying,
Yeah,
guys. So, yeah.
and your minds are a little bit clouded with emotion and what's coming up and the reckoning that you have ahead of you. You the sun passes across the sky, moving from east all the way up over your heads, and then moving west back the way that you came behind you towards where the caravan is moving. And pretty soon the light begins to fade, and you realize that you need to set up camp. So I have a little bit of a camping tutorial time for you, what you need to do when you're camping. So each night that you're out in the wilderness, each of you needs to expend a ration to stay fed. But there are ways where you can actually get by without having to spend your rations, since they can be a little bit expensive. So you can go hunting with a survival skill check. And depending on your result, you can expend fewer rations, or if it's high enough, you can get away with spending no rations as a party for the day. So if that's something that anybody would be interested in trying to do.
Here's my question. I swear there was something about like foraging.
Mm-hmm. There probably is. It's probably under your favored terrain.
Oh yeah. Okay, here it is. Yeah, I was just looking for that. Okay. All right. So even when I'm foraging, like if I was to forage,
Mm-hmm.
or does it say hunt? Hold on. Even when you're engaged in another activity while traveling, such as foraging, navigating, or tracking, you remain alert to danger. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have like disadvantage or anything.
Yeah. Yeah. So nothing can sneak up on you while you're hunting and foraging in your favorite terrain.
And when you forage, you find twice as much food as you normally would, right? Because
Mm.
we're in a forest. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
We are not in a forest though. We're in the
oh, we're
open
not.
plains right now. Yeah.
Dang. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. That's good to
Yeah.
know then. All right. All right. Well, Foodle is gonna. I, can someone find a spot to set up? I was gonna see if I could bag some game for us tonight.
Kiona will nod and she'll get to work in like setting up like a fire and getting stuff ready, shelter, tents.
At this point, who do we think is driving the cart?
Masra, right?
Mazda right now? Alright. In that case, Goldra will just ask Mazda to park in a nice spot near the camp.
All right. And as Foodle's watching them head to that spot, he's gonna kick his horse. Well, not kick his horse, but do the thingy,
Mhm.
give
The
it the
thingy.
motion to head off, and we're gonna see if we can. Actually, hold on. Foodle's not taking this horse. What the hell? Foodle's gonna leave his horse. He's gonna hitch it to the cart, and he's gonna head off on foot.
Mhm.
See what he can find.
Okay. So if you roll a survival check.
Okay.
Okay. You managed to bag a couple of rabbits with snare traps.
Brace of conies.
You also find a few nice edible berries and nuts growing in the wild that you can bring back to camp. And your party can consume half rations for today. So you only need to consume 2 rations across your party.
Okay.
So 2 of you
I don't have-
are eating rations, and 2 of you can eat what Foodle caught.
I don't
Who?
have my rations written down.
Who else likes?
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
really either.
everyone
I don't-
should have 15. This is my memory though, guys.
Yes.
I remember-
Nope.
yeah, I
Everybody
remember there
everybody
being-
starts with 10. Yeah.
But because I got the boar,
The boar. Yeah. So
We
everybody
split
should
that
have
up.
15 rations.
okay. So Foodle's gonna come back with, not
If you-
super excited, but
Yeah.
does anyone like rabbit? This is the best I could
Yeah.
do out on the prairie.
So 1 ration is 2 pounds. 2 times 50. That's what,
Yes.
30
'Cause
pounds.
Yes.
Basically,
Yes. So that's the
me
cart.
and
The cart
somebody
is very
else.
handy for that.
So me and somebody
Ah.
else doesn't need to use a ration
Yeah.
tonight. So
Oh, wait a-
who else likes rabbit?
Oh, wait a second. Never mind. I
I mean, rabbit is
misunderstood
good
how
for
this worked.
me.
All right. And Foodle's gonna, prepare all that and share it with
Yeah.
Kuna.
I knew I messed up. I was putting in the rations, and I thought it didn't. I didn't think it actually like calculated like the weight times how many like you did. So I put 30, thinking it was fine, and it was like 500 weight. I was like, that's not right. I'm not carrying 15 full moose. I'm like, no.
Jeez, Megan, that would be pretty brutal. But I do
might
think,
have to
like,
store some of this
once
stuff.
we're more used to the game, like, I kind of think if you didn't write it down, you
I
forgot it
remember-
at home, right?
Right? Yeah, I remember talking about it, but I didn't put it there.
Mm.
I
Well,
think he's going a
here's
little
so
easy
here's
on us with
here's
the
the thing.
movies.
Here's the thing, Megan. Also, what is with these bits redeems? Yeah, I'm just seeing this now in my OBS. Sloth redeemed 69 bits and Andy redeemed 69 bits.
Oh, because I rolled a
Yeah.
69
Yeah,
on the wild magic.
That was from the.
What the heck? What the heck?
It was pretty great.
What the heck? Come on. No, Megan, you're absolutely right. Normally that is how I play it, and that's technically still how I'm playing it, because I realized why as soon as you said you didn't have the rations written down. That is because the 10 rations come with
Explorer's
your packs. So your
Yeah.
Explorer's pack or your Dungeoneer's pack comes with 10
Yeah.
rations.
Okay.
So that was kind of bundled with it, and unless you listed all the items in the pack separately in your inventory, you wouldn't have written it down.
Right. Which I did not.
You can expand it. Like, that's what I did. I've got
Right.
everything still in there. But
Yeah.
anyway, that's like a.
Yeah, and that's a handy thing to do, is to explode that out and list exactly what you have, so that you know you have it. But yeah,
I don't
so-
know how this program works, so you'll have to like explain.
Oh yeah,
that.
I see it now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
can you show on stream? I mean,
can I
I'm
show
doing
on
it, but
stream?
If you
Um,
can,
I have the Dungeoneer's pack, and it just doesn't weigh anything in my inventory. I don't know. What
Actually,
to do.
on my
Oh.
camera
Can you
camera
drag and drop
account,
them?
I don't have access
okay.
to.
Okay, that's fine.
So what the stream is seeing, I don't have access to your character sheets. C'est la vie.
So hold on, leader. If I
Mm.
drag a Dungeoneer's pack into my inventory, even obviously I shouldn't have it. Oh yeah, it doesn't seem to be populated with anything.
Mhm.
Oh no,
Yeah.
no,
I have a
it
couple-
is populated with stuff. It just
You
isn't
click
weighing
the
anything.
little. If you hover over it, there's that little circle that shows up on the right side over the weight.
Yeah.
See that? If you click on that, it'll expand it, and there should be like a little text
Oh,
area.
That's why by default that text area is like minimized, and you
Yeah,
can't
you can't
scroll.
see
Yeah.
anything in it.
But what's
Mhm.
weird is it doesn't have any weight. I
Oh.
wonder. I feel like I went through the D&D player's guide and just added up all the weight of all
I
the
think you
stuff in
did.
there. Oh my
I think-
gosh,
I
I'm
think
such
you
a
did.
nerd.
Yeah.
I think I did.
I think you did.
Oh,
my
that's
God,
hilarious.
wait.
Um,
I'm
yeah,
deleting
it's
it, by
a
the way.
really it's kind of an instance where Roll20's particular finickiness meets like the player's handbook's particular finickiness, I think. But in any case, you got a couple rabbits. Some Foodle and somebody else gets to eat some fresh rabbit with nuts and berries, and then the two of you get like I don't know lambus bread or whatever it is.
I'm probably what I'll
Beef
probably
jerky.
do is at the end of this, I'll probably just get rid of I'll like add all the items in the Dungeoneers pack
Yep.
separately from the compendium, and then just
Yep.
get rid of the Dungeoneers pack.
Yeah,
No
that's a
problem.
good way to do it. Yeah.
And so as
Because-
you, sorry, go
Yeah,
ahead,
okay.
leader.
No, it's fine.
Okay. So as you're all sort of you're finished eating, you're full from your dinner, and you're sort of getting ready to tuck in for the night. Two of
Wait,
you,
question.
yes.
So you said 2 people didn't use rations. Who did we decide uses rations?
Kiona and I.
Okay, so I have to use a ration.
Yep.
Yeah.
Down to 14.
Yeah.
Well, that's 2 pounds off my back.
There you go. And this is where your wagon can come in handy because you can just sort of pack your rations and your really heavy
Yeah.
stuff that you don't necessarily need down in a dungeon or whatever.
Yeah, I'm probably actually just gonna add all the Dungeoneer stuff right now while you're going over like stuff.
And so as you're settling down to turn in for the night and get some rest in your bedrolls on the hard ground. First of all, does everybody have sleeping gear? Does everybody have a bedroll?
Yeah, I have a bedroll.
Yes.
Okay, excellent.
No.
Okay, yours
It'll be in your pack.
is yours an
I
explorer's
have
pack?
no. I have
It
the
doesn't come with a bedroll.
I have a
Oh.
Dungeoneer's pack, so I have a backpack, crowbar, hammer, 10 pidons. I don't know what those are.
Yep.
10 torches, a tinderbox, 10 rations, water skin, and 50 feet of hempen rope.
Okay.
You got it.
So because you do not have a bedroll, you don't get a good night's sleep, I'm afraid.
No.
And you're going to well, I'll tell you what happens in the morning. But it's just a note that you need to note down a little bit later.
Okay, what are the pidon things? Because I can't.
They're for
find
climbing.
I think they're
Oh.
for climbing. Yeah.
Yeah.
How should I go about finding those? Because those. Oh wait, there it is.
Okay. And then while everybody's resting and taking their turns resting, 2 people are going to stand watch. And I am going to pull a page from Matt Mercer's book and have that be an opportunity for some character conversation that happens. So I'm going to choose randomly who is going on watch together. Unless you guys want to determine that.
Okay.
I can determine it
Yours
randomly, or
randomly
you
fun.
guys can determine it yourselves.
As Foodle's like preparing the rabbit and the the nuts and berries and stuff. Kiona, do you want to take first watch with me while we, meet this
Well,
up? Or...
Sure.
All right.
All right.
Okay, and for the rope,
Yep.
am I just assuming that 50 feet is like just one rope?
Yes.
Okay, good. Cause okay,
Yep.
yeah, I'm gonna have to offload some stuff. I am packing a lot of weight.
Yep. That's what the wagon's for.
I have I'm carrying over 100 pounds of equipment. Jesus.
Yep. All right. So yeah. So we have Mazra and Goldrill laying down for the evening, and Foodle and Kiona taking first watch.
If we are doing this in shifts, can we give them our bedrolls that don't have them
Oh, because I have, yeah.
Sure.
while we're not using them?
Sure. Yep.
Goldrill, I noticed you were rummaging around and you don't seem to have pulled out a bedroll. Do you want to borrow mine? Oh, there's no way mine's gonna.
Goldrill's gonna need
Wait,
both your bedroll.
He'll
Hold
need both
Oh
of them.
shit!
Both of
I'm
them.
tiny. Oh no.
That's,
Here
yeah,
it
no,
is.
I'll-
You'll have
Goldrill, and
to-
it's like a
I-
small towel or something.
It goes up to Goldrill's like
Roll up and put a pillow
thighs.
under his head. That's what it
Oh
is.
no. Yeah. Here, that's all I
I-
have. I'm sorry.
I appreciate the thought, but you go ahead and use it. I
Oh.
have I have a solution.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, well, first things first, I need to put some of this shit away because I am just
Yep.
packing too much equipment.
Yep. Yeah, you can do that
Um,
while Foodle and Kiona are doing their thing.
So I'm gonna assume since we have this cart, we just have some crates like in there that we can just leave our stuff in.
Yep.
So it's a little divided. Okay, so
Yep.
for now, since we're just going to bed, I'll put the torch. I'll just put pretty much everything that's a tool in there.
Mhm.
Throw the rations in there. Throw my carpenter's tools, the axe, iron pot, shovel, alchemist supplies. Okay. Now I don't know how to get it so the weight shows what I have
I know.
on it.
Yeah, it's supposed to. You're supposed to be able to do something with that, but it doesn't actually work. So I wouldn't worry too much about it right now.
You actually did get it working for me, Ghost.
did.
If I uncheck
Yeah.
my things, I can
Yeah.
sort of leave them in the cart, and then
Yep.
it's very obvious to me what I didn't bring. So
Yep.
that's nice.
Yeah. Which is nice when it works, but I couldn't get that to work on anybody else's character sheet.
How odd.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll have to go in and play with that a little bit more later.
Right.
And so is it, assuming that I didn't use a bedroll or anything, having bad sleep, would that affect my like something stats or something?
Yes. Yes. I'll tell
Okay,
you. I'll tell you in the morning.
Can I either negate or reduce that by combining my clothes and backpack to make a sort of makeshift pillow so it's not as bad a slumber?
Okay. Yep.
Nice.
I'll mitigate that somewhat.
All right.
All right.
Sweet.
Foodle and Kiona, you're on first watch.
Kiona, when after the escape, when we were in Ilion, you told me you used to be a human. Is that true?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Actually, just minutes, hours. I don't know how much time passed, but right before you met me, I was a human. I was a human until I woke up there in the middle of that field.
That's so hard to imagine. What what do you miss most about being human?
uh, Probably being tall, not gonna lie. Being this little has been quite an adjustment for me. Learning how to not be able to do some of the things I used to be able to do with the strength I had, and being taken seriously.
Hmm. Yeah, I've noticed that tall folk they don't take us as seriously as I would expect. I remember uh Captain Greco calling us children. That can't have been
Yes, I've
nice for
had
you.
a lot of interesting fellas trying to tell me that I was this cute little thing that had no brain essentially. And I guess I've learned to use it kind of to my advantage a little bit, but it is quite annoying to being taken for granted like that.
Hmm.
I
Well, I
have great respect for you for having lived this big your whole life.
well, I mean, it seems normal to me. It's all I've ever known. I will say, as someone who's lived this way his whole life, there are some advantages. You know, y- people will underestimate you,
That I've
and
been learning.
it's sometimes easier to sneak around and get into tight or get out of tight spots, I guess.
Well, maybe you can help me learn how to use it to my advantage a little bit more than I do. I think I tend to be a little bit brassy sometimes with it.
I mean, I hope I can. I I guess I mean I guess the reason I'm asking is do y- do you know if you can be human again? Like is that
No, I don't know. I tried for a while after we got down to our temporary home, which I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head. Um,
Do you mean alien?
yes, Ilian.
Oh, okay.
Uh, while we were there, I tried a little bit to see if I couldn't change myself back, but I can't seem to figure that out, and I don't know enough to control my magic that well. So I guess I'm just stuck like this until something else crazy happens or somebody finds me and helps me learn how to get back.
Well, is it, right now we don't know if you can, but is it something that's important to you? Should I keep an eye out, ask people of learning and magic,
I
you
mean, I
know?
sure would like to be a human again, but I don't know. All the people that I she kind of stops. She thinks about uh her potential fiance and her family on the ranch, and they're not there anymore. And so she doesn't really have a good reason to be a human anymore, and she's never really thought of it from that perspective. So she just doesn't know what to say about it at that point.
Sorry, I don't mean to pry. I hope I'm not, you know, overstepping a bound.
No, not at all. It's natural to be curious about these things. I just hadn't really thought about it that much. I took it for granted that I wanted to go back human again, but I don't know. Maybe it's not as important as I thought it was.
Well, if you ever find yourself feeling that it is important, let me know. It's something we can work on together.
Thank you, Foodle. I do appreciate your friendship.
Same. It's nice to have somebody that I can actually see eye to eye with and not have to hug their leg.
Kiona will laugh at it and then divert the conversation to, "Wow, you took down that big boar! I can't believe that you did that all by yourself."
Uh, it never occurred to me that it would still be. I mean, I told you when we were in Ilion that was the training, that was the big event that was gonna, start me on the path to being like a master huntsman. And I can't believe it. It survived, and I was able to take it down. I mean, it's for me, it was like, I mean, nothing can ever take that place. But it was a way for me to reconnect with one shoe in a way that I don't know if I'll ever be able to really. Uh, she taught me everything that I know, and God, I just he pulls out the tusk. I hope I can find her someday. I think she'd be proud.
Well, I hope I can help you get there. And Kiona will reach over and like pat him on the back and share that moment of we lost people and uh, don't know what happened to them essentially. So,
Foodle's
oh, go ahead.
Foodle's gonna put the tusk back and raise a glass to those we've lost.
Cheers.
And that's
Each of you make a perception check.
oh right.
Oh
Shit.
God,
You're on watch.
we're
Yeah.
supposed to be
Right.
watching.
That we were supposed to be watching.
Apparently, my perception's at the same level all day long.
There you go. Oh my gosh.
Foodle, your sharp eyes and ears scanning the darkening horizon, find nothing of note out there. You hear A couple of nocturnal animals, nothing to be afraid of, no wolves or anything like that. But other than that, it seems quite peaceful out here on the rolling hills. And with that, your watch ends, and you wake up your two companions to take their turn and tuck in for the night. And Goldrill and Mazra, you're on watch.
So that'd be good. Mazra's talkative, I know, so.
Right.
She also doesn't like getting only half a night's sleep.
Yeah, I would imagine not.
Sorry, Goldrill's inner voice is searching for a way to properly track weight.
Nice.
Goldrill
scouring.
is just
His inner self is scouring the forums of the other realm.
tapping the tip of his snout with his finger as he's doing
Flycross.
some mental arithmetic here.
As he in his head, he has created a mysterious entity called the internet and is scouring for other people's opinions.
I can't get any bars out here.
All right, well, I guess I'll wake up from my slumber and be like, well, that was not great sleep, but hey, my makeshift pillow did something. Is there any,
Hopefully you
so-
didn't end up with nails in your eye.
What?
What did he use as his pillow, his backpack?
My backpack stuffed with just the clothes, my
Okay.
spare clothes. So there's no nails that would be
Like
poking
you're
out.
laying on those climbing tools and it's just in your eyeball or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mazra
So,
will you know, somewhat grumpy, but she's not gonna complain because everyone's doing it. So
So, I guess we're just gonna sit here then. I'm so out of it. I'm sorry. I was looking so hard. I kind of just like
That's okay.
I've lost all ability to do anything smart.
This
That's
is going
okay.
exactly how I thought it would be going. No,
so
seriously,
out of character,
Right. I mean,
It's just like
out of
Gojo-
character.
I'm actually employing a teacher trick on you two right now, which is to allow the
Just be
awkward
silent.
silence.
Yeah.
Allow the awkward silence
Yeah.
to happen.
Yeah, and because of that awkward silence, Goldrill's kind of come to his senses a little bit after having a not great but not terrible sleep, and go, okay, well, I'll go watch this way, and he's just gonna walk off and watch the east, I guess. The east and south, east and south, I guess. I don't know which way we're set up. I'll
Sure.
just watch the east,
Yep.
east and the south, and I'll let Mazra know.
Yeah, she'll just kind of shrug and watch the opposite direction.
Anything yet? Goldrill says. So
Out of
awkward.
character. Out of character. So I'm trying to figure out my time. So when we worked over the like what we were doing in our downtime. So Majra went to Goldrill to like get work done on her stuff. Did that all get that's all finished, right? That was all finished, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, yeah. So she's got her stuff or whatever, and she's dutifully watching and just kind of staring into the blackness. And what did he say? Anything? What did he say? Anything yet?
Yeah, I asked anything yet, but in kind of like a yelling whisper, like someone's far away, but you got people nearby. You don't want to wake up. So you're like, anything yet? And like kind of loud, but not.
Seeing anything?
I'm trying so hard not to laugh. It's so awkward.
So yeah, and she really doesn't have any problem just standing there in awkward silence, but she, you know what, she's standing there in the dark and she thinks about um her little shop back among the wagons, and her little box that was her surprise box that was given to her by Ilaria, and she in her .5 size grown heart, um feels a slight twinge of companionly emotion, and she'll kind of she's got her little arm on, and she'll kind of look down and go, yeah, did good work on my arm.
Thanks. I appreciate the compliment. I'm also glad I could have been assistance after that little charade happened, of which I once again apologize.
Well, should be more careful about drinking in the future.
Trust me, I will.
So, how long you been doing carpentry?
As far as I can remember, honestly. One day at my temple, I just found a hammer and started smacking some things together, and over time, just learned to make some, at least I would say, decent contraptions and different objects, like toys and stuff, for example.
She looks thoughtful for a minute and is like, you know, that sort of skill is always useful. So expect that I may be coming to you in the future for more work.
I would gladly accept the business. After another good, decent chunk of awkward silence, I would like to try and see if I can, like, sense enemies or anything out there.
Yeah. Roll perceptions.
So, perception.
Yeah, roll your perceptions.
Just make sure I can see it. And
God, the contrast. It's
Oh,
so
wait.
good.
It's so beautiful.
That's
It's so
okay.
beautiful.
This is amazing.
I accidentally had advantage on, apparently.
That's okay. That's okay. We'll just take the first roll. Yeah, and same thing. You don't perceive anything particularly threatening up here. If anything, the goblin army sweeping through this place may have disrupted the ecosystem so significantly that somebody who's versed in like ecology more than me might correct me if I'm wrong, but I think predators are more susceptible to like ecosystem disruption, like apex predators are than prey animals. But I could be wrong.
It's a bit funny because Mantra would not know what she was listening for anyway. 'Cause
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
about the wilderness.
Yeah. This is
That's
probably
It's
like,
it's
is that a
awfully
wolf?
quiet out here
Is that a
tonight."
wolf? Is that a wolf? Is that a wolf? It's just-
There's like a whoo-hoo. Was that you, Goldrill? What was
Oh, I
He
must
hears-
say, I
he hears a
also
duck.
enjoyed that she just straight up called him on the drinking things.
Oh, yeah, that was
That was-
such an opening for her to be supportive and forgiving and like absolve him of his guilt. And no.
All I know is that Goldrill learned a lot about himself, and he learned that he is never touching more than one drink ever again.
Yeah.
amazing?
She was supportive of his liver health.
Oh my god.
All right.
Oh, man.
So your evening passes without note. Pretty soon the sun begins to peek over the horizon, and that is, sunup is time for you to rouse your companions and to continue on your journey. Got it, Vinyl. Thank you, Shiraz, for the 300 bits.
Oh, nothing
Is
interesting
that
last night.
something for my being an absolutely horrible companion to my friends?
Yeah.
I mean, good
I'm
for you
so
for
sorry,
staying
Yali.
on
I shouldn't have
point
been
on your
drinking.
character because I love it.
Listen,
You do such a good job.
It's so good. Holy crap, Whoop. And you too, leader.
I would
like,
have I would have enjoyed it had I not been one of the people causing the awkward silence. It's so uncomfortable.
That's why, and Sloth was kind of cussing me out a little bit in chat for it, but that's why it works. As like, the urge is to fill an awkward silence with something, and the trap that you fall into as a teacher is like, the answer, right? Or generally what you're trying to drive at. And so, the trap that you can fall into when you're teaching and there's an awkward silence where nobody's saying anything is that it's you who steps into that space, and you shouldn't do it. You should let
I feel
the
like
students do it.
though wouldn't be unusual for people standing watch to actually just not talk to each other for a good portion of the night.
yeah.
So
Yep.
I feel like that's not out of place either.
I was happy to let that drag on for
Yeah.
a little bit. I wouldn't let it drag on indefinitely.
Yeah.
I would have ended it at some point, right? But yeah.
2 hours of just us staring at each other.
Just yeah.
We're doing the watch in real time, all right?
Yeah,
chat?
yeah, I was gonna say suddenly this world is in real time, one-to-one ratio.
Yeah. And so you
6 hours of just silence.
You pack up your wagon, you load up the horses, you break camp, and get ready to ride off. And you continue on your travels southward. And before long, you crest the top of a familiar hill, and you're once again looking down into the valley, bisected by the River Bly. You see the charred, burnt out husk of the town of Blycross. You see the blackened hilltop where the Willow Fields Ranch once was. I think I got that name right. Probably not. You see in the distance the mountain where the monastery once stood. You can't see it the monastery right now, but you know that it's most likely been destroyed. You see the crater beginning to be overgrown with green that once was Lumbrel. And it's not the kind of homecoming you dreamed of. It's something of a homecoming that perhaps you dreaded, but nonetheless, here it is. And it's time to face your fate and face your past. And that's where we're going to leave off for tonight. We're going to continue this next time.
God, that's so intense.
Oh, I know. I was like thinking about everything I'm gonna do. Oh my god.
So just FYI, Madra is gonna be cresting the hill with both middle fingers raised.
she just walks up the hill like this.
It's just the double bird, right?
Oh my goodness.
It may just be the art student in me, but I have a strong desire to see this whole campaign like animated.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be so cool.
That is what the folks at Critical Role are doing with sorry about that, guys. I told Twitch to pause the video that popped up when it loaded, and it decided to unpause it.
Oh goodness.
But that's what the folks at Critical Role are doing. with their first campaign, because
Well, are they just
the
making it
beginning.
animated with the original audio of the
Nope.
players?
Nope.
Oh,
It's
they're
a
doing,
straight
like,
up. It's a
voiceovers and
straight
stuff?
up like professional
Like a
professional
reproduction.
animated series. Kind of a
That's cool.
reproduction
That's
because
what I
some
wanna do,
of
yeah.
the first bit of their campaign. Let me switch back to the chatting here. The first bit of their first campaign was not filmed.
Right.
So they didn't start streaming until partway through their first campaign. So there's a bunch of that first story that nobody has.
That's pretty cool, though.
That's really
That's
awesome.
pretty neat.
Okay, and speaking of other campaigns,
Yeah.
I thought about this earlier.
Mm.
How is the campaign you're running at school going?
We just started it back up, and
Oh, nice.
it's
So-
it's very interesting. So they've actually encountered a couple of things that made it into our campaign. So and vice versa. So you might remember a small detail from our second session, which was that the human queen of Ilion went into the royal tomb carrying a red lacquer gold framed box. That is the MacGuffin for the student campaign that they went and they recovered. So they've gone they've plundered the royal tomb of Ilion 500 years later after the events of this
That's so
campaign.
After
cool.
we're doing
Yeah.
that, yeah.
So we're
Yep.
in the
Yeah,
same
that's
universe.
awesome.
We're in
great
the same
heroes from
universe,
their
but
campaign, right?
we are the prequel
Wow.
to their
The
campaign.
legendary heroes that their characters
Well, maybe.
talk about.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see.
One of
No, but it
them.
would be great if we were, because it would be hapless idiots, actually. But like,
But yeah, right. Yeah. We'll
So
see how far we
you're
make it, but yeah. I mean,
you-
I'm with you.
one of your characters, I will not mention who. One of your characters is the founder of an order to which one of the student player characters belongs.
Oh yeah, Poodle's
Ooh.
definitely an order founder. I'm kidding. It's definitely not me.
Order of the Smoke Leaf.
Yeah, exactly.
That's-
No,
that's-
like
Now-
people might
Yeah,
join it,
now
but it's not an order.
yeah. Guess what? This
Yeah,
is a
if
high
I-
school. This is a high school campaign.
Right, yeah.
There's
So
still
there's
a
I,
code of conduct that I need to
no
adhere to.
mention
So
of
it
Smoke
is
Leaf.
definitely not the
recall-
order of the smoke leaf.
So, if I
No,
recall
it's
correctly,
probably cool, though.
it was what the Silk Robe Collective.
That's awesome.
That is something that Brucey made. But
Is this like a
but
different organization?
yeah, none of you are a member. So
I just love
yeah,
the fact that like it could be any three of
Okay.
you.
it could
like,
be.
Well,
it
It
easily
could be you,
any.
Foodle. It doesn't need to
It
be the
could be,
order
it
of the
could
smoke
I'm pretty
leaf.
sure
There's
that's
more.
true.
There's more to
I don't know.
Foodle than a smoke leaf addiction.
That's true. That's true. Come on, guys.
Yeah,
Come
well,
on.
I was gonna say if it was the Silk Robe Collective, it would be either me or Kiona because we're the only people like into magic.
Right.
Oh, I guess.
But
I
if
guess
it's a
there is
different
that, but
organization, I
seriously
have
doubt you.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
That's
Well,
cool.
this has me like fired up. You gotta do more
Yeah.
world building streams.
Yeah. Well, and I want I know that you folks are sometimes not available. Sometimes you come in and say like, oh, I shouldn't be here, and like turn around and run away or whatever. I want you, like, all the world building streams that I do are spoiler free. And
I think I've been in all of them.
Yeah,
Well,
I've been lurking in a couple
It's
of them.
fun. Yeah, it's fun to watch.
absolutely, any of you feel free to contribute.
Okay,
So
well
it's
now
that
that
stuff.
now that I know our campaign and the kids' campaign are in the same universe, in the same
Yeah.
world, I am 100% coming to those world building streams and building upon my goblins and adding other enemies.
Yeah.
When are they?
Absolutely.
When are they gonna
Because-
summon us as ghosts?
Right? That
Force
was great.
ghosts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That was
well,
great.
first of all, I will be playing your characters, not
Right.
you. There is
You
Right.
can't
there is
trust
a
us to
there is
not
an
be-
impenetrable magical wall in between you
Called the school system.
yeah.
Under no circumstances.
you are
should I
not none
play
of
my own
Yeah.
character.
none
No,
of
no,
none of
us
you
Yeah.
would be-
none of you jackanapes and none of you jackanapes under here are getting anywhere near my kids. That's
I do not blame you
No,
at
that's
all.
That's if
And
it wasn't
more-
imperative already, that's the best decision ever.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
and more importantly, they're not coming anywhere near you because I don't
Yeah.
want
But yeah, no.
my
now
kids
that I-
my kids
Right,
don't know
Megan?
I live stream. Like I don't even tell
Make a
most
good
of my
point.
colleagues. Like Mr. Roboto, I walk into the faculty room and he's like, "How's the live stream going?" And I'm like, "Shut up. Don't talk about that."
Yeah.
I haven't done that for months, so it's over. It's done.
yeah. I quit
Yeah,
that.
Ghost.
yeah.
Ghost.
I'm not telling the. You know what? I was gonna start streaming in the spring, and then here's a true story. We did our closing ceremonies at the beginning of June. On we live streamed it because we couldn't be together because we were still in lockdown. So they live streamed it, and then and we were watching the live stream, and there were just kids in chat just spamming pog, like pog, and that's all, and it's just scrolling infinitely of just kids spamming pog in the chat, and that right there, I was like, no, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I'm never streaming. I'm never streaming because
Oh wow.
these kids can't even handle a high school closing ceremonies live stream and keep it cool. Like
Ghost, you got to do like more world building streams because
Yep.
I've got ideas overflowing already.
I'm happy to do that. I have so much fun doing them. The only thing that is a problem is I have such a stream of consciousness problem that first of all the documents come out disorganized, and second of all I work on 3 items at once. So it's I'll be working on something and then somebody will say something in chat. I'm like, oh, that's a good idea. I'll write it down here. And I'm like, okay, but back to this. And I'll be like, Snoz, tell me more about this one. And then in the meantime, Bruce will come out with 15 different ideas. I'm like, I gotta write them down. Snoz, while I'm writing this down, tell me more about this last one.
That's amazing.
Well, I'll anything I create, I will take it upon myself to organize into a single document, or you have no idea. I've got goblin ideas out the wazoo already.
Oh, I'm sure you do. I know you do.
We can incorporate the 4 factions I made for the kids thing into ours, but they're not crazy variations. They're just have their own clothing.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I need this stream.
Because they're right now they're one body but starting to maybe splinter apart almost. Even if that at this point, and then in the high school campaign it's they're fully separated out, right?
Yeah.
And then he gets tired of doing stuff and demands that a bunch of people in chat handle different things. Yeah. I just it's called delegation. It's a skill. Right? It's a leadership skill.
Exactly.
That's what we'll call it. Friends, who are we rating tonight?
Oh, good question.
We got a lot of good targets.
See, my first option is Hotline Huervo playing some Borderlands 2.
Hotline is playing Huervo, playing Borderlands, not Huervo. Oh my god.
Playing Huervo.
He
Hotline.
made a
That's the raid message, right? Hotline's playing Huervo.
Yeah. He made characters of different people in Death Road to Canada, and he made a character of me, and
It's so accurate.
I wish he never did. It's way too accurate. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. And he even gets a random event where someone challenges him to a street race, and then one of the options, his party to a street race, and then one of the options is Ghost Pepper asked to know the rules of the street race. I'm no.
Oh my gosh.
No.
That's so true. Oh my god.
Because I'd be there. What are the rules?
By the way,
That's
I have the raid message.
Yeah, Hotline's playing Horvo.
Yeah,
Is
there
that
you go.
is that the Pog champ?
Yeah, it's today's pod game.
Pretty great.
You know what? I love Hotline. I do raid Hotline quite a bit. But Stokes Lahoma, man,
I was
he's
gonna say Stokes is
Megan's
on.
he's Megan's brother. Like I
Yeah.
gotta
Oh yeah.
yeah, we gotta
Brother
hit Stokes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's been too long.
Can
But
I
I'm-
ask? Can I ask
but
a
I'm-
question that's
yep.
gonna like totally date me? What's a pog champ?
So
I have no
yeah,
idea.
yeah,
Sharaya had to explain this to
yeah,
me.
yeah.
All right, do you guys
What is
want
it?
me to explain it? I'll
Maybe
pass
this isn't
on
the
this
Yes,
time for
knowledge.
it.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know what
Oh
it
my
is.
gosh. So I was like, what? Because I know Pogs as like these things that you collected in
Yeah,
the
Yeah,
90s.
you
like,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Okay, right.
yeah,
And I'm like,
yeah.
what is this Pog Champ thing? This can't actually be something that I know. Anyway, it's play of the game.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
So, or
Oh.
player of the game, maybe. Yeah, Robert.
had no idea.
Yeah, right?
None.
I didn't know it
Okay, so
stood
it's
for
not just
anything.
me.
I
I
didn't
didn't know it
understand
stood
what
for
it
anything.
was.
Okay.
I didn't either.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm too old for this
Yeah,
shit.
and so like I was saying with the with
Poor
like the closing
infant.
ceremonies and the kids are scroll. I was sitting there with another teacher, and we were just like, what are they saying? Right? It's just like pog, and then every now and then it's pog champ, and we're like, what is this? What are they
What does
saying?
that even?
Right? What are they
is
saying?
that?
And
Oh
and
my
so
gosh.
we Googled it, and this colleague I was with, he was 25 years old at the time, so not an old man, not a boomer like me. And
boomer
his
like you.
his reaction to when we looked up like what pog, we didn't, it didn't tell us what the acronym was. It just told us like it's something that people say on streams when somebody does something exciting or good or whatever. And his reaction was just, kids are so uncool. Do they realize how uncool they are?
That's amazing.
Oh
my
yeah.
God.
Mhm.
Yeah, so good times. Okay, we're gonna rate Stokes. Oh my goodness, I just looked at chat and saw how close we are to the History Corner stream, and I don't even.
It's happening.
The only flippin' suggestion I got. Okay, Stokes is BRB right now. We might rate somebody
Good
else.
job, Dan.
The only
okay.
so I asked my subscribers to go into my Discord, into the subscriber chat, and give me like suggestions for what kind of topics we could do. All I got was put all of the topics you're interested on a wheel and spin it. And I'm just like, that's a good idea, but that's not what I asked for. I was like, so I'm like so not ready for this.
Do it.
Well, see, my problem is, I went in and I've been reading all the messages and I haven't said anything because, like, I am one of those. I mean,
say
you and I are
Bruce
basically the
did give me
same
an
person,
idea.
so
Bruce did give me
maybe
an
I
idea.
shouldn't.
Yes, Bruce
Maybe
did.
I shouldn't say what I was about to say, but like every time I learn something about history, I've always been fascinated by it. Like I remember, I have no interest in like art history or anything, and sometimes you're on Netflix and you've been looking for like 30 minutes for something to watch, and like, all right, Netflix, what do you recommend? And so you just pick something randomly off of that. It was some art history documentary, and I was like, oh God, what have I done? But it was actually fascinating. Like it was
Yep.
really, really interesting, and it's something that I have no interest in. So like for me, I'm just like, well, anything you talk about, I'm going to be interested in. So I don't know. I'm useless, basically, is what I'm saying.
And I guess
I'm totally
that's
useless.
where I'm stuck too, because I'm happy to talk about something I know a lot
I
about.
have an
I'm
idea.
also
I'll have to write it
happy
in your
to oh, thank you. I'm also happy to like talk about something I don't know anything about and spend some time
Right?
doing research beforehand and learning along with you. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I just love, ATM Zero asked me what kind of history I like, and I was just like, well, man, I
The
just like
ancient kind.
history. I like, yeah, I just like history for the history's own sake. That's kind of my thing, right? So
That's
you
the
can,
History of
final.
Smoke Leaf. Oh my god.
yeah,
That would actually be really interesting.
yeah. Honestly, one time in university, I had to read like a scholarly paper on the history of barbecues and how barbecues were marketed in the 1950s. And I was like, at first, I was so bored and like, are you serious? I need to read. But then once I got into like the meat of it, I became so engrossed in this world of barbecues and the way barbecues are constructed and marketed. And it's just, yeah, I'm not. That's not what the history corner stream is going to be about. By the way, is barbecues.
Please add that
Nobody
to the
suggest.
wheel,
No,
though.
no,
That sounds.
no.
Oh, yes.
I
You have
regret
to
saying it.
now.
Oh,
I'm
I
really
regret
curious
saying
now.
it.
It's amazing. Now I'm curious.
The history of barbecue. Oh my god. Oh boy.
That sounds
All right,
amazing.
who are we rating? Is because
Who are we rating for
Stokes
real?
Right, yeah.
Stokes is on BRB right now. He's back. No, he's
I
still on
mean,
BRB. So and we can't keep this going any longer. We got to wrap
we
up.
got
Hotline.
Saba, J Chili, and Val, right? And
Uh,
Hotline and Spooky
who
Ashley.
is
So.
the first person you said?
Oh, Sabagino, the Elder
Not
Scrolls
Is
5.
that like a Subway sub?
Wait, were you not there?
I don't know that person at all.
I have it as a recommended channel,
Oh,
actually.
really?
Hotline's even playing the best
Oh, Val's
character.
ending. Okay.
Val's ending. So who's this Sabagino person? And
So
Playing
how many
Skyrim.
I think yeah, they're playing Skyrim. They're
Okay.
Canadian. They've got the greatest like one of the most ridiculous. You're gonna love them. They're
Okay.
super
Throw the
wholesome and kind and generous. Anyway, sorry, I just assumed.
somebody
Yeah, he's from Alberta. Yeah, that's right. Are out for a rip, are you, bud? Yeah. Oh my God. The frickin', oh my
is
word.
he that kind of Alberta?
Oh, it's great.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, somebody give me oh
Oh
my
yeah.
goodness.
There you go.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. Val, thank you so much for the sub. That's so generous of you. Okay, we're gonna raid this Sabagino person who's from Alberta.
We were gonna raid you, Val.
Yeah, we were gonna raid you, but you're
I
done.
think she's gonna double
Val,
raid.
I
Hold
hope
on,
you're
hold on.
doing well.
Don't raid yet. I gotta
All
contribute
right,
to the
Collie,
music
Oh.
we're
stream.
taking you at your word.
Maxing it out. There we go.
Okay.
All right.
All right, we're raiding
Right.
now.
Everyone donate to Val's thing.
Yeah, go. Yeah, Val's music stream. Go to Val's
Yep.
channel
Hi, guys.
and donate to it.
Throw your points in there.
I don't know how fast
Okay,
this happens. but-
And Pepper Squire doesn't have the old emotes, but there's a spicy raid. I need to put myself as my own bot, like you do, Collie. I need to get around.
Yeah. Until we're big and famous, I can't afford to
But
up my bot
then
to me, right?
I lose Pepper Squire. You know.
I know.
Yeah,
I
see,
know.
I've got
And then,
Smidgen Bot. I
you
have
know-
to do, but I have Smidgen Bot
Yeah.
sub to me, and she still can't use my emotes, so I don't know what's up with that.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I have
That's
to figure that
odd.
out.
Okay.
I don't know.
You have to pay for
Well-
that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
you can
until
hack
you're a
That's
partner
weird.
or something.
You have
Yeah,
been
you could-
intellectualated? No, leader. Oh my goodness.
Excuse me, it's intellectual.
Intellectual.
He's been
Intellectual. Okay. I can't read. I'm only an English teacher. All right, everybody. I had so much fun. Collie and
Mhm.
Flutter and Leader and Woof and everybody in
Wow.
chat. Thank you
I
so
look
much
forward to
for
next week.
yeah. Thank you so much for redeeming the bits and harnessing the power of the winds of chaos. And we'll see you next week. Hopefully on somebody's channel. We'll find out who. Bye.
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 Okay, hold on. Let me unmute.
Where's
Who
Sabagino?
dis? Megan!
It's me.
Hi.
Oh my